We are live.
Hi.
Hey, Donna. You're the first one here.
Hi, Donna. I'm going to have to sit higher.
Greg is here.
Greg is here. Hello, Greg. Gregory. Gregory. Gregory.
What's up, y'all?
How's it going?
Y'all want to see what I'm having for breakfast?
The breakfast.
Hey, Debbie.
That was my favorite breakfast. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my favorite desserts. There are about 50 flavors of Oreos, I think.
Well,
Ah,
I'm having Oreos for breakfast. I asked my son to grab me something for breakfast, and that's what he brought me.
and hi, Donna. And is Donna's grandchild here?
Do what?
Donna sits sometimes with her grandchild.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Deadhead.
Hey, Dad.
Jade. Hey, Bobby.
It's
Bobby, we on the right side.
Bobby.
Donna, Emberly's
I'm,
with you?
I want to tease you. And put me on the other side. That's so funny. She's like, my OCD.
I know, right?
I feel like
So,
short.
what is happening this morning?
Oh boy.
Did y'all know it is National
You have to
Thrift
go like
Shop Day?
National Thrift Shop Day.
Yes,
I know what my
it's a thing. Look,
Goodwill would do about that. It's called nothing.
flip flops and lollipops. Good morning.
Hi, flip flops.
I
I,
didn't even make it to Johnny's show. I didn't make it to Victoria's show. I made it to nobody's show this week.
I thought,
Nobody.
wow. I've been getting up after everybody's shows ends, but it's still happening. I called
We're still
them.
doing it.
I called them yesterday. I called my cable company.
National Sweatshop Day. What? It's National Thrift Store Day. And it is also, let's see. Ah,
Looks like it's a national rain day here.
mm.
It's not yet, but it will be.
So
It's
some, they were saying some Goodwills are doing something today in, I think it's North Carolina.
figures.
So,
Well, in New Jersey, they'll say, "Okay, we won't. We'll only ask you to. We'll still ask you to round up to the nearest dollar when you check out. They don't care. There's nothing they
oh, Jade said it's sunny for the first time for them.
really. Where
Yes.
Where are you, Jade? If you don't mind saying, you don't have to give us the exact address. Just the general. The state would be good. I can't see without these. I guess what, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday afternoon, I'm gonna go to the eye doctor. Ohio. And I kind of
Now
like
you
it.
see, I looked on two different calendars. Now this calendar says it's National Hazy IPA Day. Ohio. She's from Ohio.
I Do they mean like a India Pale Ale, like a beer day? Is that what that means?
Yes, and it's National Black Cat Appreciation. So our little newscaster, she goes, "Well, I guess you can bring your black cat to the thrift store and go thrifting."
And grab a beer on the way,
It's
right?
National Massachusetts Day.
Why? Massachusetts,
National Massachusetts Day,
they have a day.
I guess. National
Blandine,
Nonprofit Day.
Blandine's here. I
Hey,
haven't seen
Blandine,
Blandine on a
let me
lot.
make you blue.
Okay. Oh, I was about to try to do that. I probably can. I don't even
You
know.
can't. You can't because it's on my
Well, good.
my.
Now you don't have to look down all the time. How's it going, Blandine? I haven't seen you around.
So
Blandine
do what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Blandine and I used to do some auctions together back in the old days,
Uh
pre-COVID.
huh.
We had fun one night because she tried on a curly wig, and so when we came back from her turn, she had it on. She looked so cute. And then when it was my turn, I put on a pink wig,
What are you
and
doing?
then I put on like a ski hat over it.
I wish I could see this dog. She's got her head on my arm. Like it sounds like she's snoring, but she saw the Oreo over there, which she cannot have.
Yeah,
Go away.
which one?
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, Bella.
Bella, you cannot have that. You cannot have that. No.
Bella.
Tell him hi.
We had fun dressing up at our auction. You gotta be there.
Now I messed up my camera.
I think Jennifer was there because I think she said, "You look good with pink hair for real." I'm not just saying it.
I keep moving it the wrong way. Now I'm in the middle.
So where's my Nori? Oh, he's on the wrong side of the couch.
Yeah, she said, please. Wait. Thomas, come get Bella, please.
Nori. Oh, here comes Roxy. I made the kiss noise. There's going to be a fight. A dog fight.
Bella usually comes up and smells my breath to see what I've been eating. Hey, Chris, you're back.
Hi, Chris.
I didn't get a chance to see your stuff, to see all the good stuff you got. But I do have your money, Chris. I got to bring it when I go there for last month. I mean, I don't think you could retire on it, but you know.
Okay,
good to have you back, Chris. Oh, there she went. And here she comes.
Told them. I spent an hour on the phone with my cable company, and they kept saying, "Well, we tested your signal. It's fantastic." And I'm like,
I bought the little Fenton elephant from you. You had it way too cheap, so I bought it. That's the only Fenton I saw. What other Fenton you had in there?
He said he got some. He didn't put it probably. Well, Chris, how was the trip? How long did you go? And what did you do? Did you just go to a yard sale that was like 1,000,000 miles long? And did you get anything good?
No. Thomas?
Are you? They're fighting.
The elephant was on my car for like 2 years. Well, Chris, I have to tell you, I'm going to be honest. I bought it from you. I just thought it was a cute little elephant. I was bringing it to my mom. And then when I got it home, I saw it was Fenton and I posted it and I sold it. Thanks for the deal, Chris.
He said he had it on Mercari.
Wow. You should have put it on eBay, Chris. Go. Give her one of those
toys.
Give her one of those packs of dog food from Precious and bring me one for Fresh. Thank you.
I can't remember the. Tony, bring me that Star Wars toy. It's in the kitchen where it should be. Don't everybody keep toys in their kitchen?
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, I do think it's there. On the floor. There. What are those things called?
Micro machine. They're machines that are micro.
I'm live and don't sound like a jerk. I'm live.
Good morning, Tony.
I can't remember anything. They're called
Chris, you want to come on and tell us about your show? I mean, your trip?
Here you go, Mom.
All right. Well, I know two.
The tank is here. That's all I see.
There's a tank and the bus. The van was there, so I'm pretty sure the Death Star was there too. Anyway, yeah. I know that they've sold on Poshmark for $40, but the most expensive was around $200 on eBay, but it had every single part. And I don't
want some dog food.
Do I want some? No thanks. But Norton would take. So would Roxy.
It's Precious is a little soft dog food. I know my kids.
You grew up with micro machines? See, that's the thing. I had never seen one in my life, and so when he's like, "They're micro machines," and I kept forgetting the name. I I'm not gonna remember the name. Come up here and you can be on TV. This is TV to me. I'm like, I'm on TV where they don't pay me. And 3 people.
This dog, I swear. What am I gonna do with her?
I have
he
to.
Gave you some.
I forgot to do the nutritional
You forgot to do what?
Presentation. I can't say the word. The nutritional presentation in a dish.
Gotcha.
I can't say any of the associated words.
Oh no, Greg. His cat for the first time did the cat thing. It attacked him and bit him
Star
yesterday.
Wars one, I don't know what.
Sweetest
All right,
cat.
I only want that one. But
Well, it was.
that's on, I think. Should you be covered?
No.
Just show me the van. Hand it to me, and I'll just show it quickly. Does anybody remember this thing?
Oh, cool.
And I don't know what to do to make it change, but things happen.
Oh, you got some.
Check it out.
Oh, cool.
It becomes a whole thing. Ooh, they're all for sale if you want them. I'm not looking to make a fortune. I have that. I have something that looks like a tank and it turns into a Marine base. And I have the Star Wars one that looks like a round Death Star. Aw. Too bad you got bitten.
I know.
Well, you know,
Chris, you coming to tell us about your trip? I'll put the link. Chris, is it Christopher? Precious, you're throwing dog food all over the floor.
Go ahead, you can message me on Facebook if you're interested.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Hey, Jane.
How are you? Oh. You can't today.
I can't today. Not feeling great and lots of shipping to do. Okay.
Hi, Pam.
We'll catch you next time. Well, I'm so glad you made it, Pam.
The shipping department is going to the post office right now. Thank you, honey.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tony.
Bye-bye.
This little dog is throwing food all over the place. So who's got something exciting going on today?
I don't know. My brother's it's not exciting, but my brother's still in intensive care.
Well, we're still praying for him.
This is about 15 days. And I think it's about 15 days, isn't it? And he had 2 procedures done, but he's off a lot of the.
I can't hear you.
Hey.
No, your sound is low.
Probably because the dogs are barking and it wants to protect you. Well, okay.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. All right. He's been in intensive care for 2 weeks, but I actually got to do a video call yesterday with him, and he didn't look that bad. I mean, he looked fine. He just looked like he was, they had the blood ox on his head, and then he had a big arterial. What did you know? You're a nurse. They put something in his artery just so they could do an internal blood pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on a drip. He was on 2 kinds of medicine drips, and
Hey, Deborah.
Blood pressure goes down. Hello. Thomas feels like Deborah. Good morning.
As soon as you pass the heart, Deborah, I can make you blue. As soon as your name goes up past the heart. Somebody chat so her name will go up past the stupid heart. Oh, there you are. Why is it not working? Oh.
So anyway, I was glad to have spoken to him. I haven't seen him since the wedding. So it was nice to actually see his face. And I mean, he didn't seem he was alert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I know like when they were asking him what year it was when he's groggy, he'll say like, oh, it's like 1958. Oh, it's 2025. Like he just, and I'm thinking, I don't know, like day of the month. They said they don't expect people to know the day of the month, that they just want to know the month or at least around the month. Like if they could say, well, it's summer and it's 23, they're kind of happy.
Right.
Especially if
now, guess who's going to be on Deal with the Dawns tomorrow?
Deal of the Dawns?
Mhm.
Deal of the Dawns. I'm supposed to guess.
Yes.
Is it somebody? Is it Jane?
No.
Oh. Is it Timeless Jewels by Deborah? Is it Jean?
Yes.
It's
Deborah will
Jewels by
be on
Deborah?
Deals of the Dawns tomorrow.
Yeah, that's nice. We'll get to see you.
And then
Yeah.
Mark from Cool Guys.
She have a lot of timeless jewels. That'd be nice.
I know. Not yet. Jane will be coming up. How's that, warped time travel going for you?
It's the kind of thing is I have the triple play from this cable company, and I was making a call to a customer service representative until they finally put the human being on. You have to go through several menus. It takes time.
I know.
It's about 4 minutes in. She finally says, "Okay, so how can I help you today?" Blip, and that thing happened. And the phone call cut off.
You know when that happens. Oh my God.
And so I said, I'm calling them today. That like today will be the day I will sit with customer service for, first it was for Amazon. I made an order with somebody and they said that they could get it to me in 2 days. And they said it was undeliverable. And I think it was because they ordered it from Temu. So I said to them, I called them up and I go, look, I can order from Temu too. I don't need you for that. So
Thomas, you got to keep her, honey.
So anyway,
sit down. Be good.
I reordered it, not realizing that they said the wait time would be like 3-4 weeks. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's really coming from Temu. I go, no, I don't need you. Bye. And I wanted them to cancel, so they canceled for me. So if any of you are the person who just got a cancellation for ink, it was me. Sorry. I'm getting it at Temu. The same place where you're probably getting it. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, Deborah said it's a phone call day for her too.
And it was, and then I said to the customer service person, well, call me. And then maybe after 5 minutes we were on the phone for 20 minutes. I'm sure it would have disconnected a few times. So we, of course, talked for 5 minutes. She goes, it's not happening. Like, it's like, it's in your head.
Hey, Duane. Hi, Sonia.
Hi, Sonia from Texas. Is Peddling Profits?
Duane.
Hi, I won't remember it. I'm 100% sure. It takes me 5 points of embarrassment to remember people's names. So how are ya? How are ya all? I love the Texas draw. I think it's so cute.
Hey, Lisa.
Jersey Gypsy. Hey, Jersey in the house.
Lisa got a new liquidation store coming.
Who?
Lisa.
Lisa in Jersey?
Yeah. Hey,
well,
Jennifer.
I'm in Jersey. There's a new liquidation store coming. Where?
I think she said close to where she lives. She said, howdy, y'all.
Hi. Howdy.
What's up, Jennifer?
Hey, Jennifer. So are you driving, Jennifer? Tell us your car's working.
Jennifer, did you know G's cat bit him?
No, man. And Mark
Jade says she's setting up a store as soon as she moves. Look at Mark. Mark is here.
So Jade, where are you moving to?
She's in Ohio now, she said.
And she's moving. Don't move to Jersey.
Don't move to Jersey.
I mean, move here. It's not. Yeah. It's a nice state. It's beautiful. People think it's the armpit of the United States. It's beautiful. We have mountains. We have pine barrens. We have swamps. We have the ocean. There's everything you want.
She said it's in her town.
Oh, that's nice, though. That's convenient. That's cool.
Oh, she said just another town in Ohio. Greg, Jennifer wants to know if you're a rabbit now. You two really love each other, don't you?
Really? Do you know that when my friend was feeding cats that were, near where we lived, she was trying to pet one of them and it bit her and scratched her and they made her get rabies shots.
My son had that
deadly
cat scratch fever stuff from a cat.
It's frightening.
His vision is still not right.
Wow, that's bad.
Yeah. What's up, Mark? But those who don't know, Suzy will be in and out all day today.
They kept saying they want to send a technician. And I said, the only technician I want to see is the other company's technician because I'm not interested in this service anymore. They said I could bring the modem and the cable box back to the store and they'll give me new equipment. Do you think I should try that? I think it's the signal. Hi, Mark.
It is, Jane. It really is.
What is Jane?
Except they don't. It's not really called that.
Oh. What? Don't be asking for a lot of favors now. I'm live. Don't you understand, Norton?
I was trying to see what the real name of it was. I forgot what it was. Suzy, you remember?
It sounds like I'm underwater, she's saying. That's terrible.
Who sounds underwater?
Deadhead says that.
Yeah, but you came back to me. I can hear. Hey, Glenn.
I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna move.
You sound fine to me now.
How is this a little better? I think that my mic. I have my iPad probably on my mic, but I'm staying on my side. So that's at least something. I have peekaboo.
She has a peekaboo internet.
Oh, and this van actually rolls. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. It's worth at least. I don't know. I don't know what those things are. Micro machines. I don't know. I don't really know how much they're. I mean, I think they're worth at least $10. I know the cost. Some people get like 40 for them. If anybody wants them for 10 right now, no auction.
Okay, Glenn. I'm trying to see. It's toxoplasmosis is what he had.
Oh, that's the stuff that the pregnant women, they don't want them getting. And that's because they clean out.
Well, it affected his eye, and he could barely see in one eye. He says it's still blurry. They're still treating him, but it's better. He couldn't see at all in one eye. John.
I'm trying to not do bubbles today. I think that's right. I think it's trying to cancel. Oh, yeah, there's a new thing on StreamYard that it says it tries to do like a noise canceling option. And I think I picked that. So when ambient noises get loud, it might like shut down my mic. Mm-hmm. And Norton's definitely going to bug me now.
No, Norton wants to go out. What happened to who, Jennifer? Woof, woof. Aww.
I'm going to do that.
He probably wants to go poop.
Don't say the word.
John. His, at the time, girlfriend had a cat, and I guess it scratched him because they said that's what it comes from. And he had that toxoplasmosis. He says he doesn't remember the cat scratching him, but he could have been sleeping and the cat climbed over him or licked on him or whatever. And if he had something, like an open area, yeah, he's okay. But his vision is still a little bit blurry, but he couldn't see at all in one eye. So, but it's getting better.
I know that she said that she saw someone was listing that van for $70 on eBay.
Wow.
And I offered it for 10. If somebody wants to give me $100 for the tank.
$100 for the tank.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, girl. What's that?
Yeah. You don't say.
What?
Don't make me go outside. I get bug bites. This is like the new thing. You can't imagine.
I know you like your cat. You have beautiful cats.
I can't imagine not having dogs now. I'm so used to a dog in my life. Or two.
He's been hiding on my lap.
Not talking to me. Come
She
on.
needs a haircut.
No, up. Not with the foot. He's bowing. I say up, he goes down. Oh, wait. That's loud. Shush. Shush.
Bella, you need to go see Thomas. For real.
I don't know. Tried to bite on my hand. That's the stuff you list, Suzy. You know, but then I saw somebody once put one of those things that I have on an auction starting at $7. One of the things I have. And, you know, they got like, I mean, I think I've seen, like I said, the Star Wars thing has sold for nearly $200, but it can also sell probably for $30. So it depends on small. These are really not small. They're really not easy to ship. It's like,
come on, quit talking yourself out of listening.
No, I mean seriously. This thing is heavy, and it's like it's bigger than my head. It's like
you put it in like a 16 by 12 by 8 box. It'll fit perfect in there.
It's big, but yeah, it would be.
Oh, Diane says born cats are nice to have.
I'll list them, but they're not small. Small is jewelry. Jewelry's nice. Like, you know, you sell a pin.
But it's not nothing you have to worry about, not like glass.
I'm glad you got your
awesome, Jennifer. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you have to walk to get it?
Apparently, she said there's a shopping cart. She was gonna go with her buggy and go get
a wagon. Yeah, she said she had a wagon.
Hi, Belle.
Hi, Belle.
Why am I reading? I'm reading the chat on my phone instead of on.
Oh, okay. She found one for $119.
What? That van?
She said pack it. That way, when it goes, it'll be done.
Well, I'm afraid people are gonna say, "Can you tell me how many extra parts you have?" Like, I don't have every single part that a lot of them have.
No, you just put not complete, as is in your listing, and that way they know you don't have anything extra. Stop making excuses for not shipping it, not listing it.
I don't.
Just list it as is, right, Jane?
As is.
As is.
And then I can't see what she wrote.
Cover your booty.
As is equals see ya. See you don't want to be ya.
No, it's CYA. Cover your.
Oh, cover your ass. I'm thinking see ya.
And Lisa said use all 24 pictures. Take pictures of everything.
I will.
Hey, Dee Dee.
I was gonna list the Death Star for in the 40s on Poshmark actually, because they sell on Poshmark. Okay.
Y'all gotta love Dee Dee. It's about this big.
Hi, Dee Dee. Well, I actually just held up my head so you could see 3 heads. It was a 3-head van. A micro.
Okay.
Well, for micro machines, they're pretty dang big, if you ask me. They're dang big.
Jennifer said her daughter drove her because she wanted Jennifer to babysit.
I know. But she didn't. I did have my battery in the wagon ready to walk.
So to pay for that battery, in addition to paying for it, you had to babysit. That's funny.
Aw.
Jennifer, I saw your little granddaughter was in the hospital. Is she okay now?
Yeah, what's going on? Oh, it's in my city.
Hey, Haley. Hey, Mara. Those who don't know, Haley is my oldest daughter.
Hi, Haley. Hi, Myra.
Are you off today or are you working? Oh, Lisa, I saw your camera mishap. It happens to me all day long. When Suzy's riding along with me, she falls all the time. I had a really good one that hooked to my rearview mirror, and now it just sits in the. I bought this one from TJ Maxx when I was there. Oh, working tonight, y'all. I don't know who has Winn-Dixie's, but Winn-Dixie was bought out by Aldi's. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, Haley, because Haley and Becca both work at at Winn-Dixie. I can't see them closing the one in where she works because that's the only large grocery store that they have, and Aldi's is not a all-purpose grocery store.
It's an okay store, but it's not as full service as your Winn-Dixie, because the Winn-Dixie has cooked foods and counter, and it probably has a more extensive selection of everything because
it does.
Face it,
they have their brand plus name brands, and Aldi's doesn't have that. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. I hope she's
Belle. So I don't know about the one in LaPlace and the one in Gramercy or Lutcher. Gramercy. See, Lutcher and Gramercy are right next to each other, and those who live in Gramercy get offended if you say they live in Lutcher, and the one that's in Lutcher get offended if you say they live in Gramercy. But it's a street. One street is probably in half.
That was like me where I lived in the Bronx, because there was a town called Riverdale, which I was technically in, and then below Riverdale was Kingsbridge, but Kingsbridge was closer to the subway train, which was elevated, and the people in Riverdale didn't want to be associated, with us.
Okay. She said it's, the ad said they were going to see which ones they were going to keep under the Winn-Dixie banner, but she says they're closing. They're not going to close them. They're going to get rid of the pharmacies.
Oh.
Okay.
But the pharmacy is important.
But they have two, privately owned pharmacies in the area. So,
we have one privately owned pharmacy left. I don't know. At least in my area, there's one. And
we have one that looks just like it did probably in the 50s. It still looks like that. I took you in there one day. And then the other one is, it's modern. They do IVs and all that stuff. So.
And in the Bronx, there was one.
And I cut you off. I'm sorry.
And they still had their old, displays, with the wood tops, and then the glass was catacorner to it wasn't just straight up and down. I mean, it was really old fashioned looking. I enjoyed.
I know, Jennifer. I mentioned that this morning. It's also National Ice Cream Pie Day. Yes.
Well, I don't even know if ice cream pie is an actual choice of dessert usually. If that's kind of stretching it, why don't they have it like Paperclip Day, Twist Tie Day? It's National, I don't know, Paper Airplane Day. Why? Ice cream pie. Give me a break. Ice cream is good in a cone. And if you're messy, you put it in a dish and you put the cone on top. You gotta have that cone.
Also, if y'all have Harvey's, they have. Oh, so they bought out Harvey's. I don't know where Harvey's is. Y'all have a Harvey's?
Harvey's.
Lisa says she'll do the pie. I can't find the one I was looking at this morning. They gave all the different ones. Let me see if I can find it again.
Pie is nice. I like fruit pie. Is it like a fruit pie, only it has ice cream in a crust?
Because this calendar is different than the one I saw this morning. August. So let's do. Oh, this one's going to go through the whole damn thing.
You're going to have to entertain people if I take Norton out. I'm going to have to. He's whining to it. Okay. Really? I'll take you out, but if you don't do nothing, go ahead.
So August is also like national months. So it's National Dog Month in August. And they tell you how to observe it. See, I can't find the calendar that I had this morning. It was better than this one because you were able to National holidays. Let's see if I can find this one. August. Oh God, this one I have to subscribe to. See month. All right, this is the one I had. So today, everything for today. Of course, they got to give you a million. It's not Wednesday. It is the 17th. Okay. Baby boom recognized today. This is just for today. Indonesia Independence Day, National Able Day, National I Love My Feet Day, whoever you are.
What?
It's National I Love My Feet Day, whoever you are.
My feet?
Feet. Feet. And it's National Massachusetts Day. How about that?
You love your feet. That's weird.
National Nonprofit Day. National Thrift Shop Day, of course.
I love my feet.
And
I don't.
I don't love my feet.
I don't love my feet. Sorry. I would prefer different feet.
Right, but I can't find.
I've never heard of feet transplants, so.
But I can't find. Oh, here we go. National Black Cat Appreciation Day. But then I can't find the food one that I saw this morning. Man, you see, that sucks.
You know, like,
Today.
calico cats need love too. I'm sorry, but yes, they say that more black cats are left in shelters than any other color. So I know that my cousin adopted a black one just because she felt bad.
Uh-huh.
And it was I mean, I don't know that it was a pedigree cat, but it had a Persian-ish. Its eyes, like Persians have very low eyes. They're almost in line.
I haven't seen a Persian cat in a very long time.
They look strange to me, but the people who breed, I had a friend who was a Persian cat breeder. She used to call any other cat an alley cat. They were very snobby.
Did y'all know it's Mae West's birthday today? Just saying.
Whose?
Mae West.
She's
Robert
dead.
De Niro. And some other people, I can't say their names.
I guess when people are passed away and people say it's their birthday, I'm thinking the cake will just go to waste.
Oh, it's National Workers' Comp Adjuster Day.
Well, I say people who have less than 12 followers watching them at any given time on YouTube Day too.
Oh, so it's National Marilyn Day.
Marilyn who? Manson?
Marilyn Monroe, I guess.
Why? It's so silly. These days are silly. Why? It gives... It's like, I'm going to fish in the town to have a,
It's the baby boomers day.
It's YouTube people personality.
Right. I don't know where I saw the food thing at today.
The ice cream pies. Which
Yeah,
I've never
I
heard of.
remember ice cream pie, but there were some others too. Let's see. National holidays, food. National food days.
Huh.
All right, let's see.
Did you see what Jen heard about black cats? I don't know why she said that.
All right. Let me look
Now I'm
up
getting messenger messages while I'm live. That makes me nervous.
June.
I
saw that. I got that too. August.
You got a messenger message now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
tomorrow is, you see, it said tomorrow is National Fajita Day, so everybody go visit a Mexican restaurant and have a fajita.
Why? Now she's... Oh. I'm going to say...
Just rude. But I'm just saying. So y'all look up these national days. I used to do the calendar for what I did, and all the nurses got it and everything. So I would add some of those national days. Now we were supposed to bring whatever it was that day. I'd pick out the good ones and put on the calendar. So
I texted that person and said, "We are live."
yeah, because they get angry when you do that to them. But anyway.
Well, if you're going to be promoting things, that's all I'm going to say. That's fine. The 12 people who tuned in are very special. They will be blessed with something special. I don't want to say. You probably know.
Anyway. So y'all have some fajitas tomorrow. Have some ice cream pie today. And go thrifting with the Black Hat.
I made fajitas last night because something tragic happened to us. This is very tragic. I bought fish at the fish counter, and it was wrapped up all beautifully. And Tony left it in the bag in his car, and we couldn't use it because it was sitting for 2 days in the car. Oh. So all that fresh fish got thrown away.
Let me tell you, I did that with chicken. My car, my car stunk for weeks. Oh my God!
I told him. Thomas, he said it doesn't smell at all, and he threw it right in the in my kitchen garbage. And I said, "You can't leave it there. No, outside." And he got so mad that I said that. And I'm like, he thinks that I imagine smells when I go by the garbage. I can't handle it. It's like something is very different between his nose and my nose, or maybe our brain receptors, or something.
Oh wow!
Wait, at a Lidl, are they closing? I've never even been to one.
What is a lid?
Stick it to fish up his stuff.
Oh.
Well,
I tell you, that chicken was god awful. I mean, awful.
Oh, you mean the smell? Because I'm hoping you didn't eat it.
It leaked in my carpet.
Yeah, a lot of them are colorblind. Maybe there's.
I agree, Jane. My husband can't smell nothing. I'm like, do you smell that? And he goes, no. So he thinks I imagine that too. Yeah, Garrett is one of those.
Yeah, well, I don't imagine it, but I walk around saying something really stinks in here, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "I don't know, but something's bad," and I'm like, or I'll walk right in the door and I'll say, something is not right in this house, and I can kind of figure it out after a while, but.
Go ahead.
No, I once had a can of pineapple burst in my cupboard. Not cupboard, but the pantry. I have a pantry area. It is like this big. Okay. So it fell down the back of the shelving, and it just probably, I don't know. It
was old.
It had gotten old, and it exploded down there, not knowing, and I'm smelling some stink. And then one of my friends who's a little bit into crystal spirits, he said, "There's an entity in your house." And he said, "I have to leave because I don't want it to follow me." And I'm thinking, when he left, I found out, I go, it was rotten pineapple. I mean, sorry. But I don't really think it was an entity.
Well, it's not your husband.
He was calling it a ground entity. And I'm like, it was a stinking.
Oh, gross. Well, I put a garbage bag of trash by the front door to see how long they all walked around it, they walked over it, and nobody took it out. I had to bring it out. I was mad.
Well, they need
a chore. Trip over it, but you're not going to bring it out.
They need a chore list.
Yeah, they do. And I think we're going to do that because I'm getting ready to take all my thrift out my house.
You got to strike. My mom striked, and
if I striked, they would not care. Marie would order fast food every day. And Garrett's cool with eating a sandwich.
Maybe this food
Thomas has his own snacks in his room, so he would survive on snacks. The only one I'd have to worry about is my youngest and my dogs. But other than that, they don't care. Do not care.
Did you ever even hear of a ground entity? I haven't.
a ground entity. Almost said
My
something.
friend, you didn't hear the whole story about my friend who's very spiritual and he thinks he could do, well, he does crystal healing for a living. He actually makes money. People pay him to put crystals on his body or the body, and he focuses energy on them. And and so he does this, and people, I can't believe people give him money to lay crystals on them, but he gets money for it. And yeah, he talks about entities, and he said there was a ground entity, but it was really the pineapple. So, or as Greg said, maybe the
Well, I guess that's their lingo.
Oh, yes, you have. Deborah's heard of it. She's a paranormal investigator. Maybe
I guess that's their words, their descriptions.
Yeah. Well,
so
I don't
Deborah
want
does it.
to know about that.
Deborah does it.
I see that. Look, I get.
Jennifer, she said people pay to get suction cup too. Let me tell you, you'd have a field day in my house, Deborah, because I know there's entities, spiritual entities in my house. So let me tell you a story.
Teaching her classes. That's cool.
So
entity.
I had, y'all know I have 4 children that passed away. So my brother-in-law and my sister lived in this house. And he said he passed down the hallway. And my little girl I put this blue dress on her. And it had a little smocking and everything. It was adorable. Anyway, he said when he passed down the hall at night, he saw her at the foot of his kid's bed. And I believe it. And they say people, if you have a lot of electrical stuff in your house, that there is a spirit attached. And it was so funny. And I'll call this lady Sue, just for the hell of it. And I had this patient, and she was so needy, and she was so attached. And I saw her twice a day for a year. And one day, something happened with the lights in my house. They blinked or something. And I'm like, Flo, go home. Or Sue, go home. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know her anyway. And it stopped. It just stopped. And I do believe it was her.
So maybe the cable blipping is an entity in my house. Yeah. Maybe the ground entity telling me I should switch to FiOS. What do you think? I don't know.
At the time, my friend read this book and they were saying all this stuff.
Flo, go home. I'm going to say it. Go home, Flo.
Yeah. But, and right around the times I had my kids, my little cousin, her kids would play with 2 kids. At the time I had 2. And she would play with them. And I forget what she called them. But it's until she grew up and she didn't play with them anymore.
But she used to play with spiritual children, you feel?
Yeah.
She felt like she had, a lot of kids say that they have imaginary friends.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're exploring their imaginations, I suppose. But yeah, maybe they do see people. I felt like my grandfather touched me after he had passed away on the cheek with his hand. Mm-hmm. And my mother later on had told me that when I was a little baby, he used to touch my cheek when I was sleeping in the crib, or in the, garage. So
the what? In the what? Oh, I thought you said garage, but you said garage.
Carriage, like the pram, the baby pusher. I don't know what you call a baby carriage.
You were talking about your garage.
We didn't. I lived in the Bronx, and we lived in various. I lived on the 7th floor and the 11th floor. We never had a garage. I never had a backyard until I moved here. We had
a stroller, right, Glenn? A stroller.
We had they're more. They're
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
It looks like a little bassinet with a cover on it.
Yeah, And everybody had things like that back then. And they called them prams or perambulators. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Jennifer
Well, you
said.
perambulate. I don't know. Jane would know these words. Jane, the smart lady, come back and tell us how silly. Anyway,
Go ahead.
but they had like pram parking in the supermarket near where I used to live, and all the ladies would park their babies all by the courtesy desk, and then like occasionally you'd hear on the loudspeaker, "Mrs. Jones, your baby's fussing."
Oh, wow. I never heard it called that before.
Oh, believe me, this was the Bronx. It was not fancy at all. It was just old fashioned is what it was.
I guess I'm dumb because I never heard
I mean
before.
There's perambulation like when you walk, but there's, what are they called? Pramulators? I don't know, prams. The baby carriages. We were not fancy. I'm just old. That's what we did back then. They didn't even have the fold up strollers back then. That was a new thing. I mean, we had something similar for like little kids, but nobody used that. Perambulator is a British word for baby carriage. Okay. Right. I don't know why we even adopted that British word here. So silly.
Well, I gotta make you laugh. Donna, you can attest to this. When my dad would stand, he'd like just put his hand on his hip. Like he wouldn't grab his hip. He would just put it on his side. Like it was odd to me. But anyway, my husband does that now. I'm like, that freaks me out. I'm like, why are you standing like that? Because he never did it before.
When you stand with both hands on your hip, that means
so
akimbo.
It's not like he don't grab it, but he does this. It's just weird. Anyway, so you're standing at the stove doing that. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, you look like Pops. No, Suzy. That's my mama. Let me see what she wants. She knows I'm live. Hello.
Well, I say pocketbook. You know, somebody else on an auction called it like little purses, and I thought, I'm not the only one in the universe who calls a purse pocket. So anyway, we never called it a perambulator. However, there was a place in the basement of these buildings that, you know, were around where I lived, and they had what they called the pram room, and
oops, I forgot.
And people would park their buggies in there until they had their next kid, and they would throw the cribs in there too. And
I'm sure that he even done that when he danced.
What?
My dad. She said he even done that when he danced.
You know, there was this show going on, and it's something akimbo, and I go, what does akimbo mean? And Tony's like, that's when you stand with your hands on your hip, or like waist or hips. And I go, I stand like that all the time.
No, she's okay. She had jury duty. She's 84 years old, and I forgot to call him to get her out of it. Because you can not, after you're a certain age, you can choose to opt out.
What's the certain age? 65, 85, 75? No, it's like 75.
No, it's 74 maybe, 70 something. So I forgot to call the clerk of court to get her out of it, and she's got to go. She's going to kill me. Donna, I'm going to need help.
Wow. No, that's terrible because...
Well, it's not till the 19th, Jennifer, so I may have to drive her to... No, it can't be the 19th. It might be tomorrow. It might be today.
When Tony did jury duty, he was so, like... I want to say, he was so good about it. They told him, you can't discuss the case. Don't say one word to anybody. And I said, can you tell me what it's about? And he said, I'm not allowed to talk about it. I go, but you don't have to talk about the case. You could tell me in general terms what it's about. And he says, I can't say anything about it. I'm like...
I know, Marie had that too.
So he kept me in the dark. I would have said it in generic terms, like it's a civil suit. And I would have said something like that because, like, I don't know. But, of course, he said, he goes, how can I get out of this? I said, you could say the person looks guilty right before you even start. I don't know. Say something. He goes, the judge actually said, if anybody tries to get out of it by saying stupid things, you're going to be on the jury.
Right. Yeah, wait, let me call her again and get the date. I'm sorry.
You can, I know that I got called to jury duty during COVID, and they said that they were going, all you had to do was like call or, check in. And I checked in for like 3 days and then they excused me. But the last time I got selected to be in a jury, my mother was very sick and she was having chemotherapy. So I said I was her geriatric care manager, basically taking her to every doctor appointment. And she had a lot of them. And they said, would it be a hardship to your family? I go, absolutely, because I need to take her once a week for chemotherapy and to all the other doctor visits. And they excused me. Somebody was sensible. But the first time I got excused from a jury, I said it was a murder trial. I didn't know it was a murder trial, but I said I hung out with a few homicide cops, police officers, and they said, okay, you're excused, lady. And I'm like, but that was in the Bronx. I lived right near a precinct, one of the main precincts in the Bronx. And I knew a lot of officers back in the day. And let me tell you, if anybody's running a red light, most likely it was them. They were bad. They would put the lights off and go through. Anyway, so I'm supposed to carry this chat. She actually went away all the way. It went away. So what's going on today with people?
I'm back.
Yay.
It's not till September 19th. So I got time. Because Donna, if I would have forgot and she had to go to court, I was going to pick you up first. And then we both were going to have to deal with it. Just saying.
There's probably a phone number.
Huh?
Isn't the 800 number on the bottom of it and says, like, if you're over a certain age, call this number?
No, it doesn't. But, you would think they have birthday. But some old people, I guess. You never had jury duty, Deborah?
Oh.
Oh, my God. We get it like a couple times a year. Yeah, you can laugh, Donna. If they don't let out of it, Donna, I swear I'm coming to get you. Hey,
when I said I hung out with homicide cops and they said you don't have to be in the jury, they actually chose me for an alternate. And
you still gotta go.
I had to sit there for the whole trial. I didn't get to deliberate. I thought he was guilty, honestly. And he got off. So I would have been the whole. I said he did it. He admitted he said he'd stuck a gun through the door hole because the lock was missing, and he fired twice. The person on the other side got a front-facing wound. He was holding the door, and he got shot twice in the chest. So he said the only difference was he had a .22 and it was like a different caliber bullet. And he said he threw his gun down the sewer. And they say, well, there's beyond a reasonable doubt, we don't have the weapon, so we can't prove what caliber gun he had. And I said, he just admitted to shooting a gun through a hole where the guy was. And the guy died. Who else would have been there doing that? So.
Well, I got out of my last two. One, I had to go, and I begged to get out because I wasn't getting paid for being there. And at the time, we couldn't survive, without it, my income. And so then another time, where I worked, they were short on nurses, so they sent the letter saying that, asking that me and another nurse who had the same day can get off, and they let us off, so that was good. Psych unit. She used to work on the psych unit. Yeah, isn't that fun? Well, I would sometimes help out on the Alzheimer's unit. That's like a psych unit. Poor babies.
I used to have, I worked for a nursing home hospital in the Bronx, and one of my floors was psych and one was Alzheimer's. And I also had health related, which was a pleasure because at least the people could have a conversation. And I mean, the psych was very interesting though. I mean, quite frankly, I didn't mind there was just a few residents that we had to call them residents did at you or try to throw punches. So I didn't want to get near them, but most of them were just sort of fun. And I liked them.
Okay,
I worked for a private, I got a bug bite while I was at, I worked for a private psychiatric hospital when I was in college. And I would do the group therapies with them. And one an older lady fell down the stairs while we were going to group. And then she started screaming, "That lady pushed me down! That lady pushed me down!" I was like, "Did not push you." I was like, "Oh my God."
Wow.
And then she said something, I don't know, she started saying weird stuff, but that was frightening for me.
Yeah. Drink a lot of water, Jennifer. Well, what they do, I think, is how they do it. People who vote, your name goes into like a thing and they pick them.
Are you having a hard time hearing it?
We gotta talk real loud, Jennifer, so you can hear us.
All right. Jennifer! All right. Did Sonia leave? Maybe Sonia left. She said she could hear me before. Yeah, because I don't know why. Well, we have 14 people spying. Only a few people chatting, but 14 people have eyes on us. So if anybody's lurking, come and say hi. We like to have interactions. You don't have to say much. Just say hi.
You want to open the chat?
What? Yeah, why not? Someone can come.
I'm going to put the link.
I could do an unboxing of a bag of jewelry I got if you want.
Hey, I know Mama G.
Hi, Mama G.
All right. I put the link up if anybody wants to I can't pin it because it's behind that crazy heart that's there. There we go.
Just put another smiley face in the next line and it'll pop up. There you go. Hey, Cameron.
Okay. I pinned it.
Hey, Mama G.
Hey, yeah, Cameron's been here.
He's been here? Okay.
Yeah.
Did he come when I was walking the dogs?
Maybe, or when you were
Why do bugs like me so much? I'm so itchy.
You put off some kind of pheromone. Yeah. She said yes, do it.
I was going to say I probably smell like stinky cheese. No, that they were saying if you have certain hormones, I have the right blood type that mosquitoes like, but I don't know. I'll get the bag.
Okay, Haley, I forgive you if you're dealing with Carl. I know you're not cooking because Becca does the cooking. Yeah, my daughter-in-law makes the best smoked and grilled food. Oh my God. And she's got those fancy grills.
Okay. I'll tell you what I bought. I bought a jewelry lot from Picky Nicky. Y'all know Picky Nicky?
Yes, Picky Nicky.
She sent me this really pretty satiny Asian-looking bag. And in it, get out of here, Norton, was the Ziploc bag. And it was called a reseller lot. So I had at least I had high hopes that it at least wouldn't be anything broken unless it broke on the way. Oh, this is my stuff I bought from somebody else.
Well, a cup of coffee would be good. Jennifer said, just open it.
Okay. So this was in it. It has 2 charms and eyeballs.
I like the color.
Deborah, does it keep out the evil eye? And what is this? Is that a hot pepper or a feather?
I bet I know what it was, Haley.
Well, anyway, it's not a bad looking memory wire. I, quite frankly, usually go, "Meh." I have so many bracelets. So many. So these also were in it. There was this. These were four that matched, which I actually like them. I like these a lot. They have these little
pretty beads.
green beads. They're very delicate. This one is a clamper. Is that what they call it? A hinged. Not.
Hey, Anitra.
Hi, Anitra.
Susie's opening a jewelry bag that she bought from Picky Nicky.
From Picky Nicky. More. And wait, there's more. More bracelets. Like I said, I can live without bracelets. So when I see bracelets, I go, wah, wah. But hopefully, these look like these are amber chips.
Okay.
I feel like that might sell more than other things. These are cool looking. They're groovy.
Glass beads?
They feel cold, but I don't know. And these are little shells that are curly, and it has a clasp.
My cookie.
More bracelets, y'all. This has a stone.
That's very pretty.
What do they call that? An agate? Agate you could see through. Otherwise, it's a jasper. Is that what they say? Jane would know. She goes to that Sunday brunch. And
I don't know my stones.
This is this is nice, but I hear that this is fake. So it's an imitation stone. Oh, the gold stone's a blue. Is it called a blue gold stone?
Oh no, I never heard that.
But it's a navy blue, and it has
they sparkle.
They sparkle, very delicate sparkles. Like you can't see the sparkle from far away. You got to kind of get close. That would look good with what I'm wearing. This is nice too. So where's the paste?
They're man-made glass. Yeah, gold stone.
All right. So in here was also some brooches.
We have some smart people in here.
We do. They're trained. Here. So this is a
blue gold stone. Oh my God, I love him.
A cat. It's either. I think they call it abalone, but it could be paua, which is very, very similar. This is a seahorse, which is a pendant. And honestly, this looks a little bit like glass to me, but it's supposed to be malachite.
Those mushrooms I have that same stone.
Well, they're reproducing now, I hear. Like even tiger eyes. If tiger eye looks very
malachite, Mama G said.
Perfect. Yeah, it's supposed to be malachite. This is lapis lazuli. If you're from,
you got some good stuff.
You sound like you're Italian. You'll say lazuli. Otherwise, I've heard people say lazuli, and I'm like, that sounds fancy. But you could see because when it has the shiny matrix in the, I guess it looks like sodalite, maybe. Then it's there's lapis and the lazuli is the shiny. That's what they say.
Mama G wants to know if they're set in silver.
See, I have a couple that are set in silver. This one is not. It might be silver plate, I think. These are silver plate. This is just a fun brooch. I love it. It's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
They call this.
That would be adorable for a little girl.
This is enamel. And then there's a little butterfly in the center and a flower. Cute. Oh, another flower.
That is adorable.
Enamel. And it's a pendant or a pin. In here is sterling. She sent me some sterling too.
Yeah, my last cookie. No precious.
All right, so this is an adjustable amber horse, and it's sterling. The amber is kind of pale.
That's pretty.
And it looks really good with my Band-Aid.
It's a horse?
It's a horse. Dawn! Exclamation,
What?
exclamation, exclamation. Majority. Are you talking about amber? I don't know. That's a citrine colored amber. Thank you. This is.
I know, I'm sorry. It's the last one. I'm hungry.
This was, she said it was a freshwater pearl and zircon. Now, I don't know by zircon. I know that there is a stone called zircon, but there's also cubic zirconia. So, what is it? I want to know. But this is sterling. This is marked sterling.
Jennifer's my breakfast.
Zircon is real. This is what she said. She wrote on the bag. Zircon and freshwater pearl and sterling. And this is coral and sterling.
All right. I can't say what G just put in there. I can't pronounce it.
Masika or Bea Bangjaska. Why? Now you sound like you're smoking bongs. Bangjaska.
I only had 3, Jennifer.
All right. Now this to me, this is definitely coral, but doesn't it look like it's coral in a matrix of something other than coral?
That's beautiful.
It's pretty. And this is supposed to be sterling. Were you just like losing your mind?
Mama G says, is that English? Right.
No, it wasn't English, obviously.
And he said Swarovski, and what a question mark. Is that English?
Swarovski.
Swarovski. Whatever. You know, I'm from the South. I can't speak.
She sent me a vermeil, like a gold-plated silver chain. A vermeil.
Jennifer said
vermeil. Vermeil. Oh, was he just making up words? That's funny. So that was it, I think. Yep, that was it. That was what she sent me. And I'll tell you what I paid. The total came out to $45, including shipping.
Nice.
So,
well, I think you got your money's worth on that. I mean,
I feel like
it's not like your Goodwill box you got.
With the anal beads and the
right?
And the skeleton. Yeah, it had a raccoon. We figured out it was a raccoon skull.
I bought my mom an elephant Vera from Renee.
Yeah.
Flipping flamingos. Isn't it
That's
cute?
Cute.
Mom, if you're watching, this is for you. Well, I bought the elephant from Chris. For my mom, actually, until I got home and saw it was Fenton. So then I listed it. Sorry, Mom.
You know, your mother has, I want to say, she has elephants out her wazoo at this point.
She does.
I don't know.
I don't know. One day we will have tons of elephants.
Oh, boy.
Isn't it
I know
cute?
that lady loves an elephant.
She's probably going to say it's not big enough. It don't have enough room. It don't have, oh, my God.
She
says, Deborah.
She rarely turns down. Bye. Is she leaving? Oh, take care. She seems to not turn down elephants too often. I mean, it's
not at all. And Chris keeps putting them in the booth. I'm gonna knock him out. You hear me, Chris? Up the wazoo. Elephants, ouch. Yep, that would be painful.
Tony would say
she's got their trunks are up.
He said she would have. His term is out the blowhole. She has elephants out the blowhole. I'm like, okay.
I know.
Because he'll say, like, you know, yeah, we're close.
I'll show you the picture. And actually, I shipped it yesterday. It was very pretty, Chris. It was beautiful. As my little neighbor, when Garrett and I first got married, everything was beautiful. I think she was 100 when I moved there, and she was probably 120 when she died. I don't know. You know, she was the little lady that put the little pin curls after she washed her hair.
Aw.
Lisa's driving to the post office.
My mom used to put pin curls in her hair every night, and so she'd wash her hair like in the afternoon, and she would blow it dry, which she didn't need to. It would have just dried, but she wanted it to blow in a certain direction, and then she would spray it with like I don't know if she ever used mousse, maybe once or twice, and then she would take her hair like this, and she would. For a while, she had these like little rollers, but she used to just sort of she would finger roll her hair, and then she would twist it a certain way, and then she would put like crisscross pins, and she would do this around so it would be all in the same direction. And then she would, in the morning, take it out, tease it up, spray it. Oh boy, it was such a thing.
Oh my God.
When she was younger, she just would wear a headband or a pony, and it looked so cute. Whatever, people get used to her. She said, I hate it on my neck. I hate it on my. Once you ladies cut your hair short, you never want to go long. I mean, for the most part. If you feel hot, if you go through menopause, and it's like.
Well, it's my sister's fault, so that's all I'm saying.
It's your sister's fault. Looks good on you.
Thank you.
It looks really good. It's flattering.
I sure could use a Donna haircut about now. She was the only one who would cut my hair short.
I have a thing for it. I get I would buy a wig just to cut.
This is the elephant. I don't know if you can see it because this camera doesn't focus. And it was hand painted little roses on it. I'm not gonna say nothing no more because he gonna start charging.
Well, you're saying a whole lot.
I know, but I was excited. Y'all see my pirate back there that I bought? It's a Holland mold.
I saw this listed on the. Can you trust the internet? I don't know. I saw this listed. It's not marked, but this is done very well. It has it's a Fabergé copy.
Oh, nice.
And it has gold crisscrosses with crystals set in there, and I heard they're Swarovskis. But this, do you see how the bail is?
I think it's supposed to.
Yeah, but it's really well made, and I heard that this was a very rare.
Thank you, Mama.
Somebody had it with the chain, listed it for $90.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's really worth that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is. That elephant was really cute. When you showed it to me, she goes, "You're like, what do you think?" And I go, "I like it." Well, either way, because you said, "I know my mom would like this," and you picked it up, and then when you got home, you go, "Oh, I know my store would like this."
I know. Let me move this off here before I break stuff.
And then I bought this. I got this from another reseller, and this is a James Avery retired heart and flower charm.
Is that sterling?
Yes. If you're from Texas, you would know James Avery for some reason. But look up James Avery. It's
Mama G wants to know what did they have listed the brand. Suzy.
They said Joan Rivers. Vintage Joan Rivers, and it was on Etsy. So if you want to look it up,
nice.
But I've not seen anyone on any other that I've seen similar ones, but they don't have the same bail. They just have a very simple bail. They don't have the one that spins. It just looks like a loop.
Yeah, so that's so cool, G. Mama G said Joan Rivers sells high. So Jane says James Avery very collectible and loved by Texans.
The Texans love James. I have a butterfly, a retired, I think it's a butterfly child's bracelet that I got in a lot once, and people were back then they were selling it for around $100. I don't know what happened to the prices of reselling silver. First of all, when I made jewelry in the 90s. I bought it for. I bought it from Rio Grande, the Rio Grande like metal people, and I paid $6 an ounce. And they would charge some money above the price per ounce because it depended on the shape or how much processing it had to go. But the base price of silver shot was $6 an ounce. And now it's it's between like 20 and 26, usually going up and down. Maybe one day it's 19 or something. And so it's so much more. For a while, it was even up around 36. But the prices that I used to get back then, I used to get good money for my jewelry. And now, people want it. They still want it. Like, they want the wholesale price from back then.
I bought jewelry too this week. I mean, mine's not as nice as yours, but.
Well, I mean, look, I also got.
I did find one nice piece.
Pins in a lot, and then I noticed that they're down. I mean, like, I obviously don't always get winners. That's for sure. But I was just showing that I actually do get occasionally good stuff. But, all right, I bought a hobo pin from Amber. Nobody wanted to buy it, and she kept showing it. And so I bought it. There's a town in New Jersey. Lisa will know this if she's lurking. So she says, a hobo. And I go, I'm going to call him Ken, because we have Hoboken, so it's Hoboken. And only someone who drives through Hoboken would think that's remotely funny. It's not funny to everybody else. Sterling because it goes up. Yeah, it has like that intrinsic value, but even so, you almost would have to sell like nearly a pound or two of it at a time to get like big bucks. And even then, people buy it for melt value. But yeah, I felt that way.
I dropped it on the floor.
Oh, she got it. Yeah, she find it funny. So I have my little hobo Ken. My hobo. And then I also got this is a Cremence opal and 14 karat gold plated locket. I got in a bag. Got it. Yeah. When there's hairs all over everything in my house, even including my hands. That was more stuff.
You're finished. I'll show my funky jewelry I bought.
And then I bought these two weird things. This was sort of sleep buying on my behalf. I bought I thought the setting.
Are you still in Nikki's bag?
No, this is other stuff I slept bought. I have friends who auction like right as I'm going to sleep. So like as I'm dozing off, I'm like, oh, I like that, I'll buy it. And I'm like, okay. I personally have a lot of cameos. I don't per se want cameos, but this just looked like it looked so vintage to me, the way it was made. So
she said, you got it for what? Just to resell it?
The Hoboken? I don't know. I don't know if I'll resell anything ever again. I'm tired of reselling.
She doesn't want to resell anymore, y'all. I think it's just an excuse to keep the jewelry, but you know, just saying.
And then this thing, it was sort of and I said, it reminds me of the thing like you could put your eyeglasses through it, and they were like, what do you mean? And I go, I mean like this. Like some people will have their readers hanging on a piece of jewelry.
Oh, cool.
But I don't know that it was really for that. But to me, it looked like that. But this was just
Mama
a vintage.
G said, then stop buying, Suzy.
Yes, Mama G. You would be like my mama, for real. Telling me that. Well, I know my husband tells me that. He goes, what are you doing? Why is there an Amazon package every day by our door? And I go, I buy supplements. And he's like,
I know. Gary goes, another box? I got, I think, 2 more coming, so he'll say that.
oh, you did?
My only one really nice necklace.
Oh, stop. I want that. I want that so bad.
It's sterling, and
she showed me. I said, yeah, I think you should get it. And I'm like,
let me change cameras real quick. It's fuzzy. It's fuzzy, but you could see it better.
I love Mother of Pearl. Oh, I love it.
I do too.
It's like the Mother of Pearl.
Isn't it pretty?
It's pretty, but that is for me. Fantastic.
I like this. Suzy doesn't like it because it's on leather, but I like it. I still like it. I like it's kind of hobo-ish.
Hoboken? it would fly.
Hey, Jody. It's Jody, right? God, I mess it up all the time.
Yes. Isn't it Jody? Isn't it Jodi?
I don't know. The stupid little shells at the bottom are looks like cheapy plastic, but the rest of it I thought was cute.
I got my babies here.
Thank you. And I think y'all want me to tell you what I paid for it?
No, don't tell. Just don't. It was cheap. It was very reasonable. She got it at a thrift shop. Don't say things out loud, I feel.
Who cares?
I think it cares.
I looked it.
Ask for 75 for it at some point, or 60 or 50. People are going to say, well, you know.
Well, do you think my eBay customers watch this? No.
Well, I thought I was going to buy it from you. I said, I go, 2 seconds ago, you would have been happy with $5. Now, I saw writing on it. I said, let me see the writing. And she goes,
a good friend you are, because you told me. A not so good friend would have just not said anything and said, can I buy it from you?
Right. Wow.
These are
Please.
This is she likes this one too. That's the back.
I like it because it's shells. I like shells. I like iridescent things. So if you have anything,
my shirt's got mother of pearl on it.
That's cool. I like mother of pearl. It was a very inexpensive item of jewelry component back in the day, like back in the 50s and 60s and maybe 70s. But I know, I love it. I think it's really cool. And I like that it's from a shell and not from a piece of plastic.
It's the tags that are tangled. Not the jewelry. The tags.
We've been having rain every single day. Hi, Joey. Thanks for stopping. So
I love this.
If biting insects would cease to exist, I know the bats would be hungry. However, I would be very happy.
Oh, y'all, we have like cool weather. It's 92. But the humidity's down, so it feels good.
Let me ask a question. Is there a state in the United States or a country somewhere where there are no mosquitoes? Because that is where I would like to live. Or any kind of biting something.
I'm going to hang these on the my little thingy.
The fleur.
I know, I love fleur-de-lis. Thank you.
I like them too. The French Canadians like them too. Are you guys French down there? Is it like a French thing?
No, a lot.
Oh people. Yeah, that like the roulette thing.
It's a Cajun French, kind of. A lot of it is broken French.
There's no mosquitoes in Colorado?
Wow.
Nice. Oh, you know, my husband, I said, please consider the idea of living in Pennsylvania because of lower taxes. But if I knew that he actually would go and get his business license in Pennsylvania, I would have said Colorado if I had known that. I heard there's really good. I get like there are people who are like extra reactive to mosquitoes and gnats, and I am one of them.
This chain is kind of heavy for this. A
Cajun. They probably said a Cajun, and they become a Cajun. That's
no. We are
Acadian.
Well, more.
We're talking about the derivation of the word Cajun because they were Acadian from French Canada, and they moved. They originally, but yeah, what keeps mosquitoes out? I don't know. I think they hitch rides on sometimes.
This is pretty.
It does. Oh, that's really pretty. I like the chain on that too. I like substantial. Sometimes I like dainty, and sometimes I like. I like
Suzy
substantial, solid colors. I like more dainty. Like if you're wearing short, I like a dainty. It's very cloudy here, but it's partial clouds and sun mixed. But it's very hot and humid outside.
Suzy got reprimanded by the lady at the thrift store.
Stop. I did. But look, I'm from New Jersey. I said, nobody, this is what I said. She was looking at something. She goes, what is that? A tie tack? I go, don't buy a tie tack. Nobody wears tie tacks except for like stockbrokers, lawyers, and mafia. And she said, or Italian stockbrokers.
My husband's a machinist and he wears his tie tacks. And then the other one chimes in that her husband wears a tie tacks.
I think it's a thing. I think it's a sentimental thing now. Like if you have your dad's tie tack, or if you have your grandfather's tie tack, you wear it because you feel close to your like.
Boy, they didn't hesitate to chime in there. But I feel like they know Suzy like they know me because she's always with me.
Up here, I feel like nobody's tie tack unless you're like, and the French cuffs. Like seriously, I have a guy who works at the bank and he's always with his French cuff. I'm like, he's a.
So I bought some against Suzy's advice. I bought some clip earrings, and I
put my foot in my mouth in her. They're like that bitch. She thinks nobody wears tie tack. I swear,
no, they were laughing when they told you.
I had cufflinks listed. I had tie tacks listed. It's like it's a hard sell. The desert, she's saying, you're behind. I think you're lagging. But you're talking about the desert for mosquitoes. Maybe I have to move to the desert. I heard that a lot of people who move to the desert for like allergies for like plants are, since they've populated the desert with people from the East Coast, they plant grass now and they plant trees and they're planting bush. They're planting all the things that people were allergic to. So the people that went there for their asthma are now getting asthma in the desert.
I love these.
Sadly. That's cute. I like it. It's pretty. It's
my earring.
Yes, I still think it looks like a vase. Here's my baby.
Flowers and the leaves.
I know. In my mind, I wanted it to be a vase.
You think it's a vase? A vase.
A wall pocket. It could be a shirt.
Throw them up here in this drawer that's full of jewelry. Jewelry. Oh,
you want a poison ring? I used to have poison rings and poison boxes and poison pendants.
Somebody had a bunch of poison rings. I think it was Robin had a couple. Sterling.
I love this dog's head is so big.
Somebody else had poison rings. It was a little while ago.
Where's my baby?
Yeah, look at this. How too stinking cute it is.
That's adorable. They look so cute and happy, don't they? Are they drinking alcohol?
They are drinking alcohol. Oh, maybe it's tea in there. Mr. Jim had them.
It's hard to get I used to get a lot of really nice silver and some like poison things, and like you know how the ring like you have that was in labradorite, like that kind of finish, like just like that, like from Indonesia. You used to be able to get that very easily, like even wholesale, and now it's so hard to find because the people in India copied the design, but they're making them in like silver plated crap, and I don't know. Quite frankly, I wish that they would have. Even stainless steel has more integrity for a metal. Like some of the pot metal they use, and by pot metal, I'm just saying any old alloy. It's so flimsy.
Well, I wish somebody would buy that ring from me.
Show your ring. Show your ring. But yeah,
let me see if I can put it on. I might not get it off if I put it
on. And you have to. You need to have your baby.
Isn't it pretty?
It's so beautiful.
And then it flashes blue if the light hits it just right. I don't know if I can get this light to shine on it.
Jennifer.
But it's an 8.5.
I mean, I'm not saying it was always. It is beautiful.
Oh, now Mama G, Jade has a poison ring, 7.25, with the moonstone.
Oh, nice.
It is. I was gonna ask 30 for it. Shoot, I weighed it and I can't remember what it was. It's a big ring.
I heard that if you measure the grams and then you times the grams by 5.
Oh wait, I know.
Hey, you sold it.
Huh?
You just sold your ring.
I did. Oh, okay, Mama G, thank you. Awesome. I did measure it. It was on my listing, but I had taken it off. That's awesome.
That's
Cool.
nice.
Thank you, Mama G.
I'm not for sure.
You can send me your address or whatever on Dawn Southern Finds at gmail.com. Let me put it up.
Yeah, that was good.
There you go. Norton, it's your auntie. Norton, hey, my baby.
He's just buttering me up because he wants to chew on things.
Oh, this looks so much better. I cleaned it.
Oh yeah, was that sterling?
I don't think it is. It's not marked. I didn't test it, but it's not marked.
I found sterling that's not marked.
I don't know. It doesn't.
Do the magnet. Do the magnet thing. You know, sometimes there's
no, it's not magnet. It's not.
Test it. Test it with the 18 karat. You can see it turn blue.
Because I don't know where my
the back end.
Here it is.
The back where it's inconspicuous.
Let's see if I can find my 18 karat. It's everywhere on this desk, y'all. I can't find nothing. I don't know where my acid is.
Now somebody bought this for me and they never paid for it.
Ah! I paid $13.75 for all my jewelry. Nah, Suzy.
I'll sell this for cheap. You know, this is listed on the
I can't find my acid.
Adam Hart, man.
Hey, Adam.
How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while.
It has a red cap, doesn't it? Can't find it.
Are you still eating that carnivore stuff? I was thinking about you today. I was thinking that I should eat carnivore, but I couldn't. I'm very weak.
You couldn't. I can't find my acid.
You can't find your acid.
No.
I wonder if it keeps better in like the refrigerator.
I don't know.
I have mine.
It's usually right here on my desk, but y'all saw my desk. Y'all know what it looks like. I don't have to tell you.
Did you get a puppy, Adam? Or were you just looking at a puppy?
Who?
Adam. I saw that there was a young dog in the shot with him as I was scrolling really fast and I didn't really stop. And he said, oh, did you say like how cute is the dog? What's the name should be? See, now it's coming back to me. I think dogs should have human names. You did. Congratulations.
I like old names.
What's the dog's name? I know. I'm so sorry. I made a comment. I know you were like devastated. It's the hardest thing for me. It was
so hard.
It was the saddest. I mean, look, I lost both my parents. My brother's in intensive care for 2 weeks. Things are sad, but when I had to make the choice to actually like put my dog out of its misery, I don't think like broke my heart.
I can't find it.
Broke my heart. Oh, his name is Augustus. Well, they call that a foster sale when you decide to keep the dog. But that's a good thing.
I like that.
I think if I had fostered Roxy, she'd be living at another home right now, sadly, because she was very bad. She was really
Stop it.
She was terrible.
Poor Roxy.
I know. She loves her daddy. She would lay it by the door and cry.
She's jealous because she loves her dad more.
No, she was very bad.
I just found my medical drops on my desk.
Well, you'll find a lot of things. So, smart is good. Training them early really helps. What are you crying about now? What? Come here.
Nope, it's not in there. So it's lost until I clean my desk. So I won't be able to test it. But I did scratch it. I don't know.
So I'm Norton, and Roxy's taking my hand away from him and pulling it off her nose.
Aww.
It's so funny. So I'm petting Roxy while Norton's up here.
Oh, that's awesome, Adam. He's 16 weeks old. He's so smart.
That's sweet. I love dogs. I always say this: the only thing cuter than a puppy is another puppy, because each puppy is very cute.
I know puppies are cute.
I mean, all baby animals tend to be cute.
He goes to puppy kindergarten training.
Cute. Well, I did that with my Trixie and I did it with Roxy too. Roxy only passed for the instructor, not anything I did. She got scared of they wanted a click train, and she was scared of the clicker. And Norton was born during COVID and flood. So he didn't have puppy kindergarten.
Yeah, we got Bella through COVID too. In fact, she was supposed to be my daughter's dog, and she kept it for a week because she had COVID. And then she said, "Here, Mom, you can have her." She was done.
You don't have. I would have been easier to train Norton if Roxy had been separated out, because every time I went to do something, she would be going for the treat that I was holding out for the dog to do. Like, so the only thing that Norton does great, is that if I say sit and wait for his
You too, Adam.
meal. All right, take care. Yeah, the dog will sit very, very still and wait and give me the eyes for the okay to go and chew. But everything, I mean, he sits, but like, he didn't learn to lie down. I'm like, how hard? All dogs kind of, that's like this, they learn to sit, then they learn to lie down. He couldn't get lie down. He's still, if I say.
Now, Bella will lie down for Thomas.
He halfway. He keeps his ass up.
I just do this to Bella and she sits. That's how I trained her. From that crazy lady, what's her name? The Dog or Me? That little British lady?
The one that does walkies? No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, she's pretty tough. Little skinny lady. She is tough. Jennifer's putting on her nails, so maybe she can make another video someday.
You should do a video about your nails. I want to know.
Yeah, do a video you putting your nails on, Jennifer. Yeah, I like Caesar too, but I like this lady. She's pretty tough.
I mean, I was watching. I really like Rachel Fusar.
With his shh, and the dog listens. Well, my dogs don't listen to that.
Oh no, I can't do any. There's like no. I mean, I think basically chill people have chill dogs, and like nutty people have like nutty dogs. It's kind of like.
She said, "Oh no."
yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you're, but I mean, like, when Norton came to us, like within a week there was Ida, and my house got flooded, and it was really like, how can I train a dog and then have to like, do all the, I had to put him straight upstairs and like some pump out my basement and then like go through everything. It was it took a lot of time.
Yeah, I guess they do, because when I'm really like not feeling well and one of my bad days, they both are on my lap, like, and Precious will lick me to death. But we had to find a hotel that took dogs, and then you had to have them on a leash. Well, one day somebody opened the door and Precious took off down the stairs into the thing. And then Bella went, and this man's like, I said, I'm sorry, they just took off. But yeah, it was crazy. And Bella doesn't walk well on the leash. She walks me.
I have some tricks that I was taught, but Warren he still kind of pulls. I mean, Roxy stopped, but she was a big puller for even when
she's a big proponent of those pull leash, not the choke chains, but the ones that kind of go right above their head that makes it pulls their neck. If
that's called a halty, and it's usually like around, like it's
yeah,
up, and it's kind of like it. When I try to put that on Norton, he goes berserk, and he's like rolling on the floor and he's this, and he hates that thing.
Crazy people make the crazy dogs. Mine must be pretty crazy.
For a while, I was doing the Herm Sprenger like pointy thing, and somebody was saying they swear by it, but I usually use the Easy Walk harness, and it kind of keeps their armpits down. I mean, I think it goes like under their armpits or leg pits, and so that pressure kind of stops them from pulling. But it's not really good enough for Norton.
Well, she says if you're walking and they pull, you say okay and turn around and go the other way. And every time they pull, you say, and she said eventually they get it.
I'm pretty sure that it was working. He was, when I first got him and I was taking him out, he wasn't pulling. And then one of the seasons changed and we didn't go out. I don't remember now. It must have been, it was the summer. We didn't go out when it was really hot summer. And then I could like hold the leash with one finger and he wasn't pulling. But then he started pulling. He got more interested in other stuff.
Yeah. And then Bella gets in my bed and she lays down, but then she backs up until she's touching. And then Precious comes on the other side and she does the same thing. Like they back up until they're touching you. They can't just lay next to you. But Bella is worse than Precious. So like I'm a dog sandwich.
Norton will lay right next to Tony in the bed and he'll push him so that his feet are like literal, just like it looks like 6 inches of bed, and then Norton, and it's like, why don't you give him a little nudge?
I can't move Bella.
Norton will just all of a sudden he'll like roll over and flop his head on you, and that thing's like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. The dog is beautiful, Lisa. I mean, my dogs are the best too, but they're just not trained well. They train me.
You're their pet human. I used to say that.
Yes.
Ryan went to puppy school, and we went to the dog park a lot. And then she got trained to do certain behaviors, like she could sit and lay down, and she could do circle. But when she was a puppy, she was insane. I said I took her to a friend's house, and we went to have lunch, and the dog just all of a sudden was standing on the dining room table. She just like hopped. There she is.
Yeah.
It was like,
now Tank was my best dog, like poodle wise. I mean, he died of old age, but I could tell him he walked next to me on a loose leash, but he was a man whore. Like he would roam the neighborhood. So he.
Oh, you didn't get fixed.
No, he wasn't. We fixed him later, but he would, in the middle of the night, like sometimes if he had diarrhea or something, he'd bark by the door. I let him out, and he'd come back in. He was a good dog that way, you know. He would go out and come back in. But he went to my neighbor's, whose dog was in heat, and howled at 3 o'clock in the morning on his step.
And you said
So we had pit doodles.
What kind of dog was it?
My neighbor had pit doodles.
Piddle. What would you even call it?
Pit doodles.
A beloodle.
A pit doodle.
They say doodle a lot, even if it's not.
They were pretty ugly dogs. That's all I'm gonna say. They were pretty scraggly looking dogs. Oh my God.
There was a dog when I was a kid who was a German Shepherd mix, and it was standing on. It was outside, and anyway, there was another dog in heat next to it, and it was like a little like Chihuahua mixy looking thing, like almost Yorkshire Terrier Chihuahua-ish. And that little dog stood up on a step to mate with the other dog, and I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing this. It was the craziest thing. But anyway, things you remember from it.
I'm gonna change the subject totally. Do y'all have a lens crafters where y'all at? Anybody?
Probably, but I don't know exactly where it is. Tell me that if they're good or bad, because I'm going to get.
It's where I got my glasses, and it's where I took my mom. And you have 30 days. If you don't like your glasses, you can bring them back, and they'll give you a whole new pair of glasses for no charge.
That's good. I usually use the Costco optical because I find that they're, because I have a complicated prescription, they're the cheapest for that. Mm-hmm. When I priced it out at every other place, it's frightening. Like, you can find a nice reasonable frame anywhere, but like when they start saying, oh, it's $700, you know, like you're like, what?
I know.
Huh? I'm going Saturday for my eye appointment, and I don't know if I should just get new lenses or just get new frames and lenses. We'll see. I'll see what they have.
Well, you know, my mom breaks her glasses all the time. So she got a pair, and then if you didn't have insurance, you got the first pair, you got half price off your lenses. Then the second pair was half price if you had another pair. So she's always breaking her glasses, so I made her get another pair. Well, she didn't like the pair she really liked. She couldn't read as well out of because it wasn't as big of a lens. So she went back, and they gave her a whole new pair.
So did she get a deeper, like a white?
She got the same one, like the one she likes now.
Okay.
So that way she'll have a spare when she rolls on it, sits on it, drops it, whatever she does.
I need like the ones like you have don't work as well for my prescription because I don't know.
Hers will round it without the frame at the bottom. But I don't know. I've been using them for a long time, and they're pretty reasonable too. I mean, I have insurance, but it's pretty reasonable.
Well, we don't have insurance. Tony usually goes there. He usually gets one pair that I would approve of, and then he'll order a second pair from China. One of those places where they only charge you $100 even if with a complicated prescription. But I'm telling you, some of the ones he picks out are so hideous that it's like, I'm like, are you serious? When I met him, every glass pair he had was such big. I go, you look like an owl. Why are you wearing such big round glasses? You look so silly.
Wait, y'all want to have a good laugh? Wait, I'm gonna be right back.
And then he started getting really big squared off ones. I don't know, they're horrible. Oh, it's sad. Life is sad. And then you eat and you're happy, or you poop and you're happy, right? Yeah. Jojo, stop whining, please. I took you out already. Really? I'm gonna have to spray myself down with bug spray if I have to go out again. In California, they probably don't let you put like bug spray on. I don't know.
So I went to the what do you call it? Bin store, the little liquidation store yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, honey, I bought you some like readers. Well, he laughed his ass off when he put them on. So I said, oh, wait, here, I have you another pair. Because when they were they were like this, and it was readers. He pulled them out.
Are they like bright color?
He's so big, and his face, and they were like this. It was so freaking hilarious. But you know what? They don't get to it. But it said men's glasses. So funny.
Jennifer, I went to America's Best. I have trifocals, so they priced out. Okay, I went. As I said, I'll buy the 2 and get the free eye doctor appointment, like they say. But the 2 pairs for like $79 or whatever it is when it's only one level of like magnification. I have 3, so they priced it out and they go, okay, yeah, these 2 will be like $980. I'm like, what? And they're like,
yeah, 2 for $99, but that's only if you got single vision glasses. Like it doesn't. Yeah. It's not if you have. They do, Swamp. He said they matched my shirt.
It was horrible.
If you have bifocals and trifocals, it doesn't count.
So I went to Costco and the lenses were at least half the price, but the frames, I like the frames better at America's Best. So I knew I liked, these are America's Best frames. And I actually found them on eBay. So I bought them on eBay, and then Costco charges you a $25. I call it the FU fee for like using your own glasses. If you buy your glasses there, it's just the lens price. But if you take your favorite ones over, $25 extra. It was still way cheaper.
Mama's glasses were crap from America's Best. They were cheap, crappy dog. I'm looking at the word dog. They were cheap, crappy glasses.
It's sad. I think I have more than one pair from them. I like their frames. I've gotten frames I've enjoyed. But I will never, from now on, get the ones that have the separated nose piece. Those were miserable to me, and they break. They break so much more easily to me.
Mm-hmm. And so I use plastic glasses so that
I don't know if this is acetate or plastic or whatever it is, but
whatever it is,
prefer it over
no nose piece.
The other thing, every time I have ones that have like metal bits and it's broken.
Oh girl, it's like I feel like my nose is sore down to the cartilage or whatever. It's like I have no skin left by the time it finishes. So these are much more. So wait, I told the lady that my glasses are crooked. I said, even in my intro, my friend made for my YouTube channel, my glasses are like this. All right, Robin, you could have picked a better picture. I'm just saying. I'm like, I love my intro, but that last picture is like this. Anyway, she made them crooked so that they would fit better on my face. But my eyelashes keeps dragging on this lens, and I feel it, and it's making me crazy. And then that's why I have to keep cleaning my glasses because my eyelashes keep rubbing on.
What's the moral of the story? Clip your I was gonna say clip your.
And I was checking to see maybe if I had my mascara, I was going to take some off so it wouldn't rub. I don't know.
All right. I hear you. You're very loud. Yes.
Actually, Precious is laying down with Thomas and Bella's on the sofa.
Norton's doing a little dance. Do a little dance, make a little.
That's what my husband has. He has never gone to the eye doctor since he's been a kid. and he's 60 years old and he won't go, but he'll wear those damn readers.
Oh wait,
Hey,
I got an update for hi Cat. I got an update from my sister-in-law. They were able to stop all his IV meds, and if his pressure stays stable, he would be able to go to a regular room.
Nice.
In a day or so. So,
well, they have to watch him because those IV meds that they use to control blood pressure, they're pretty serious drugs. They won't give them out of ICU.
yeah, I know. I mean, every time he was like, even yesterday,
Jennifer
pressure crashed in the morning. But
said her baby ripped the arm off her new glasses. Tell me you had a warranty, Jennifer. So what are you doing today after this?
I'm gonna feed the dogs, but I
have one package to mail.
Well, that's actually nice. That is pretty.
So she offered me 15 and I took it.
The shipping was done, and I don't know what to do. I said I was going to talk to Sandy, actually. So, like, these are Keek Farms Kent's friend, Sandy. Just Sandy. But
well, I have stuff that I can wrap this and mail it from here using the QR code. So I don't have to go. Okay, Mama G, thank you.
Take care, Mama G.
Oh, no, she said she sent me an email.
Oh, okay.
You have a Band-Aid? Hold on.
I'm out the door. I'm just assuming.
So I don't have to go anywhere. I can mail it from home.
You have a Band-Aid? I'm sorry. They call like tape a Band-Aid, but you actually have the Band-Aid. Oh.
All right, Glenn. I know y'all mechanically inclined.
I have to take them out.
All right. So I can't find my paper that I always buy. I usually get it from Sam's, and it's usually the pack 240 sheets. That's the cheapest I've ever found it. Well, they don't sell it anymore. You can't get it anymore. So I went online and I bought a 1,700 inch roll, 1,700 feet roll. But I don't want to buy the $60, $70, $80 stand to put it on because I thought I'd just be able to unrack it and, and cut it. But it's difficult. So what can I make me a stand out of that would work? I was thinking PVC pipe. My husband could get creative and make me one. I don't know. What do y'all say?
I say yeah.
And then, I buy the plastic wrap from Sam's, the big long one. And I'm thinking if I can rig that little cutter thing on it, maybe put it on a piece of wood or something, it might work. To cut it. Or if it's that way, it would be easy to cut versus on the floor trying to cut it. Oh, Jennifer, you need to call them. I want LASIK, but they said my eyes are still changing because of my diabetes. So. Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought about LASIK, but we'll see. So anyway, might not be heavy enough for the paper. No, what I was saying is like you take the pole and then you put the little end pieces, the curvy pieces, put that down and then make legs from that. Okay. I'm gonna say my husband's guy he works with is pretty good. But I was thinking like PVC pipe curved down into a little pipe long enough to fit that roll, and then put the T thing at the bottom, and then put feet on it. At least just to have it up and off the floor. Those things are expensive. The cutters and holders for that paper, the cheapest one I want to say was like $50. And I had to pay 60 something for the paper. So I don't want to put out another 50. I'm being cheap because my sales are not that great right now. They picked up 2 days. It was like eBay opened the floodgates and then they shut them again. And I've been listing. So, I mean, I'm not listing 100 things, maybe 5, 6, but still, that's what I used to do every day, 5 or 6. And it was good. Now it's like back to 1 a day. I think my cookies are kicking in because I'm like, ugh. Hey, Anna.
Hi, Anna. So I think you could do it. You're creative. And so what would you do? Vertical? Would you do it a vertical drop down and then do it side?
No, because it's 24 inches. What I was saying is PVC pipe and then get the curved ends, put another PVC pipe, and then put the T and do legs.
It will take up less space in your room if you just went up 24 from the flat end bottom.
The problem is I'd have to reach way up there and cut it because you have to cut it with the scissors. And then you can't just say slide down. That paper tears one way, and it's not the way that I would have to cut it.
I have 3 rolls in your top shelf on A racks. Specific things. Just roll and replay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's heavy to say put it up there, pull it down, put it, And I don't have where I'm at. I'm afraid to put holes in the wall. So I would just set it on my wrapping table next to me. But the
that
sheets
can work.
Are very convenient, but you can't get them anymore.
PVC and
Okay.
Well, maybe you could just.
You see, because it's 24, and then it's about 9 inches of paper on one side. So.
Well, maybe you could pre-rip them into like this size sheets.
Yeah, you have to cut them. You can't tear. This paper does not tear, but one way. So, like if I had, like when I did the sheets, the 24-inch sheets, I would have to tear it one way. You have to know which way. You could tell when you look at the paper. So, I don't know. And my mom was trying to tear it, and it's not tearing because it wants to tear like sideways. And then you can't just say slide the scissors down. You have to actually cut. I know. I'm gonna get Garrett to figure something out. I'm sure they have some kind of scraps hanging around. His friend has some scraps hanging around, and he can make it for me.
I bought a PVC cutter once. It was really reasonable, and I used to out when I had the.
Usually, if it's just a fix, Jennifer, they won't charge you, like just a screw or something like that. But if she cracked them, you would need the insurance to get. But you can buy another frame just like that. I don't know how much your frames were, but they might give you a discount. Tell them you don't have insurance for it. I always get the insurance.
I don't think Costco offers that, but they replaced a pair of glass frames that broke right away, and I was just taking off a shirt and they landed on the bed and they were broken, and I'm like, that shouldn't have happened.
Right.
I knocked them off my face. I mean, it's not like I stepped on them or sat on them. So
my mom always lays on hers. She rolls on them or lays on them or something. Shower curtain rod, hang it and roll out. It's so heavy. It would definitely have to be stabilized, but that's a good rod I could use and they can cut it.
I got one that had a tension fitting, but you have to. If it's really, really heavy, like it, some current.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Hard. You'd have to have something.
I would say just from lifting it, It's 30 pounds or more.
Somebody's saying steel pipe is hard to bend. So they're saying you could do the same thing with some.
Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah, they could make like a wooden piece with a little cutout and then mount that on wooden feet.
Well, yeah, you could look on. There's just bound to be a YouTube on it.
Oh yeah,
And
how to make a stand for your paper.
I always say Pinterest, but
Yeah.
it's very Pinteresting. Yes, you could do it.
Jennifer, I want some more cookies.
Oh, I don't have cookies in the house.
Oh look, my leg is going 100 miles an hour. My camera's shaking. I can't do that.
That's the only reason why I'm not eating cookies is because there are no cookies.
My husband had a stash next to his chair.
That's what?
He had a stash of cookies next to his chair.
Oh.
Okay, well, they will fix them, Jennifer. I want to say when my daughter, Haley, broke hers when we were little, because they had Medicaid, and they fixed them. They would do another frame. I think you get one frame in a year, like an extra frame in a year. So then you can't break them no more after that. For a year. Then she can break them.
Okay. I just figured out that I often don't. I write a response to people, but I forget to press send. So.
That what?
People write things to me on Messenger, and I write back, but I don't press send. And so.
Right. Yeah, they should fix them as long as she didn't crack the stem. Because if she cracked the stem, then they're not fixable.
They probably could fix it. If it depends who looks at it, though, because sometimes
it depends on where that crack is. Like if she cracked that, not where the screw is, it can be an issue.
I once stopped short and my glasses flew off my head, and then when I took, I don't know what I did, but they landed on the floor and they were like under the gas pedal, and I crushed them.
Thank you, Mama G.
So mangled those.
I hope y'all all come to Deal of the Dorms tomorrow. Please, please. Is that one Central? It's at 2 Central. 2 Eastern, 1 Central.
And it's on your. Please, sir, I want some. It say, please come to my auction. I need to make some money.
Well, I feel bad for the people who are guest stars, so I hope they all bring their people.
Bring your people.
I don't have many people. Oh my God. So Timeless Jewels by Deborah is coming. And then Mark from Two Old Guys will be there. So, and my hosting it, I don't do a great job, but I'm trying.
Jennifer, if you have the prescription that that includes the pupillary distance, I don't know how to say it, then they have these companies like Fimu and Firmu or something. They have like some Chinese ones, and like sometimes the first, if it's only a 1 level, like if it's just reading or just seeing distance, they'll give you almost like $10, $5 free.
But you know what else you could do? I was just thinking, look at the numbers on your stem. Go online. Sometimes you can find the same glasses. Somebody's selling a frame, and you can
have them
pop your lenses in. Yeah, you see it broke. The arm broke, not the. Yeah, see.
The hinge broke. She's saying, right? They'd have to belt and remove the hinge. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah. Okay, Lisa's back. Did you fix your camera, Lisa? I need to get me a better mount because Suzy keeps falling. You know, you're the only person I talk to on there.
My glue for my mount melted, and
but this one is a suction cup.
I can't
but my
use it.
other one hooked to my rear view mirror, and I like that one better because it did. This one, like the arm on it, you can't tighten it because the phone is so heavy. And then I have this thing, this handicap thing on the back. So I tell Gary, I don't like it, but I used to like the little round one because I used to be able to hook it at the top of my computer screen when we talked at the shop. So, and this don't work. Let me tell y'all what I do, and maybe y'all can have a suggestion. When I work, my little finger stays right there. And look at my little finger. It hurts. It's like it's deformed.
I can't talk to you now. You're deformed.
It hurts, though.
It hurts. It sucks to hurt. I understand.
But I don't know what to do not to do that. I try, and it's. I guess it's a habit. She can see using the Band-Aid for it.
Are those phones that we have, are they magnetic in a way? Because I saw something that said there's a magnetic mount you can put on your car instead of that other thing. I mean, it's still glue, but
no, mine has a suction cup now, but the other one's screwed onto my.
But is there a magnet in the back of our phones that, because when you charge it on a charge plate,
it works
through it. So maybe we could mount them with a magnet.
I don't know. But they do have one that, the little round pop sockets, and there's this little thing that hooks on your somewhere on your like somewhere on in your car, next to your radio, whatever, and the pop socket just fits in that. It's just like a little hook thing. I know Becca used to have one, and I saw they had them by the pop sockets at Walmart. But it was $10 too. So I don't know. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. But if it's something fixable sometime or a new frame, they can do it right there. You pop your lenses out and pop them back in. Do you still have your old ones that you can use while they fix them? No. I know. My mom pulled out her jewelry box.
I can't find my old. I had 2 frames with this prescription, and the other ones were. Is it called transition when they turn dark outside? Mm-hmm. I can't find them, and I'm looking. I'm finding glasses from 10 years ago, but I can't find those. Oh.
Yeah, these I bought the transitions that work inside the car too. So
I have to be more organized. Somebody said, if you think about where would this live, if it had a spot, where would you look for it? And then that's where you should put it. And I'm thinking, I don't even know where to look for anything. I went to all the places I thought it might be already. They're not there.
Right.
Oh man. I
don't know. None of my stuff has a place to live. Y'all saw what my desk looks like, and I need an organization class. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It's not y'all. But
well, Jennifer, you need glasses, and you said the arm is broken. I thought, is that your personal glasses that you need?
Yeah, she said the baby broke them.
Oh, okay. I thought the baby broke. Yeah, I thought.
Oh, they like glasses. They grab. Y'all, my baby grandson started kindergarten. He's so cute.
He is cute. He's a cute kid.
He blew me off on the phone the other day.
That's an interesting. I would forget where I put the notes, but that's a good point. If I wrote it on my the note portion of my iPad, I might actually have the note. What happens to? I wrote notes down and they're gone, and I'm thinking, automatic
My notes
delete
don't
after
say.
30 days. Things just go away. I don't even know how things are set anymore, but it's very sad.
Oh my God. I got to tell y'all. You know, I let my accountant go because they were up to $165. And I know they were worth it, but sales were slow and I had to. So I got QuickBooks. And I cried the other day because I could not figure out my state and parish taxes. I did them. I don't know if they're right. I did them online. If not, I'll have to amend them. But I don't know what I'm doing. And I know I'm screwing everything up. It's bad. It's so bad. What do y'all use? Anybody use some kind of accounting stuff? Mama G? Anybody? Greg? Glenn? Help? Chris? He's still here? Anybody?
I go to the tax pros.
Yeah, well, I can't. It's monthly stuff that has to be done. Well, that's what I mean. It was an accountant firm,
For Angelo. Anyway, never mind.
and all I had to do. They had all my account numbers. All I had to do was send them my reports from. I would send them reports from like eBay and PayPal, and they would do the rest. It's not that easy. Maybe I'm making it more complicated. If anybody has an easier way, I don't do line by line. I do, if I buy, whatever I buy in that year is what I bought, and whatever I make in that year is what I made. I'm so distressed. I cried. I called my husband. I'm like, they were worth every flipping penny. Every penny. I know, Jade. Huh?
All right. They have they have other remote accounting firms that will do your accounting for you for like around $100. You could try to find somebody who's cheaper, like 95, 100. And then if that doesn't work out for you, hire those other people back.
Glenn, I'm so bad. My wallet is full of receipts. You see, my husband told me he was going to help me with that, and he lied. So they're everywhere.
I just threw out all my receipts.
They're all over my car. Oh my God. I don't want to screw up, y'all. I don't know what to do.
If you can't
QuickBooks does pull in, it pulls in my checking account, it pulls in eBay, it pulls in Etsy. It doesn't pull in Macari or Poshmark, but I hadn't made any sales on that. And it pulls in PayPal. So PayPal and eBay are my two biggest, and it pulls in sales on those and my checking account. So my business account. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, Jade, and see, because QuickBooks for 3 months it's half price, but in order for it to pull all of my things in, it's gonna cost me $80, which is still half of what I was paying. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my husband. I'm gonna pull them all, give them to him, and give him some folders to put them in. But
you're talking about like you're saving the receipts. What I was told
it's not so much saving the receipts. It's doing all your expenses, your profits, I have to add in my mileage. I have to add in, they were doing part of my office, my home office. I have my rent from my booth. That's what I don't know how to add some of that in, like my rent from my booth. I have my rent from my office space. I have.
My mother was a bookkeeper. It's too bad. I did not inherit one single gene of that. It bypassed me entirely. My dad was really into
I wish you lived close to me, Jade. Oh my God.
You love organizing? I love
Not
chaos
me.
like that.
I used
I'm
to,
on.
and I don't know what happened to me. Well, I have a business account that I use occasionally. And that reminds me, I lost it yesterday. It's got to be in my house somewhere. Contact who? Jack? Is he the accountant guy? Jack. Is that what is his name?
Who's Jack?
The accountant or something? Locker Nuts. Okay, I will. Cool. I think I can remember that.
Somebody recently, and I don't know who it was, had these forms or had something that she said like she would let everybody downloads for like spreadsheets for resellers, and that they were very helpful. I have no idea. That's why I think.
Well, I was hoping maybe I could do it on an Excel sheet and just not have to have eBay. I mean, not have to have QuickBooks, because then all I would have to do is do my profits from eBay. You know, they have reports. PayPal has reports that I can just at the end hand all my reports. But you have to have all your profits and all that crap to do my parish and state tax. And I think they would, you see, I don't have to pay taxes. She pays all the taxes for my booth. So I shouldn't have to pay taxes on that.
No, you shouldn't pay sales tax, you mean. But
right, yeah.
But you might have to like if you make a certain amount of money at the end of the month.
I know I have to claim it in my income, but it shouldn't be added in my income that accounts for my taxes, because she's paying all the taxes.
Does it? I don't know how this works, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. But since you're paying, let's say you're paying $200, and you make 210, is it only $10 of income then? How does that work? Or do you still
it's $210 income, but my expenses would be $170 for my rent.
Well, I was making it 200 to round it up, but so that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, because like in August, say in July, I may say $250, but in August I have to pay my $170 rent.
Look what Jade said. She goes, she cleans her office every day, and she makes sure all her papers are in order, and accounts and invoices, and every other day. And her house is the same way too. And I think it's OCD. I have OCD the other way.
I wish I had a little bit of OCD.
Something that's the opposite.
Once my office is clean for a few days, for a few weeks maybe, I'll clean it every day. They said that's the key. Clean it up every day.
I need some OCD.
You wouldn't be able to come to my house, sweetheart, because I'd be embarrassed, because I have reselling crap everywhere.
Jane's back.
Okay, Jane, welcome back.
Yeah, Goopla.
She's got a couple of meetings.
So,
I don't know.
I remember there was one time when I was saving my receipts, and I got one of those accordion folders that had, I guess it had 12 pockets, because it was an annual thing. And so I did it for like 2 months. I'm not going to say it all like, bye-bye.
Right. Well, mine's not organized either. I have a whole, like, this little desk on the side of my living room, between my dining room and living room. And it's full of Corelle dishes. And then I have another area full of Corelle dishes. So I told my son, I have one stack that's listed. The rest pack up. I'm going to bring it to my shop in La Place and get it out of the way. That'll be one big thing I can get out of the way, and he can do that for me. I don't know what else to do.
I wish I could help you. I can't. I have no sense of organization. I mean, like I to know where everything in my kitchen. I mean, like I couldn't find my measuring spoons the other day, and I always had them in one spot, and they're not there.
At least that I know where everything like that is.
And you know how they say, like, when you're disorganized, it's expensive, but I feel like I can kind of, I don't know. If I baked, I'd be screwed unless they had measurements that I could weigh out.
Right.
I can't find a tablespoon or a teaspoon measurement thing now.
Well, that's one thing that is it goes in the same place all the time.
Well, I thought it do, but every time I've lived with a person, a man, they've always decided, oh, it should go here. And like, well, where is the here? Tell me. My ex put it in the KitchenAid bowl. And he said, well, if you're baking, I use it more than every time I bake. I used to be artistic.
Oh, okay.
Put the bubble under the bubble.
My bubble is on top my shelf of my boxes, but when I'm wrapping, I usually stick it in this little basket I have, like on the opposite side of my thing. The best thing is you got to have a mama who crumples your paper for you and puts it in the boxes. So my mama comes with me and she'll crumple the paper and I put it in the box. Crumple the paper. You know how much I didn't realize how big of a help that was until she wasn't there. That is a big help.
I must be very artistic.
Me too.
That is a good idea.
I should be a millionaire artist.
Do you know what I used to be into photography. I've taken thousands of photographs, and the ones I really like are my wildlife photography.
Mm-hmm.
And
I saw them. They're good.
Anyway, I mean, if you go on my Suzy Woozy Instagram, you can peep my photos. And one day, I deleted all of my pictures from my computer, and I had this sense of dread, and I was crying. And I don't think I ever took another shot with my camera again.
Bye, Mama G.
Take care. But it made me so sad. But I mean, I had them backed up, so I found them again. But the trauma of thinking that they were not I could just get them quickly. Like now, I don't even. It's like I have to open up 7 files to find them. It drives me nuts. But
I'm gonna get it organized. My goal is by the end of August, my receipts will be organized. I'm not gonna say anything else, but my receipts in my living room will be organized. You believe me? Please say yes.
Well, the receipts and that stuff it has to be priority. I feel like look, this is a very sad situation. My brother's doing poorly, except that, he's sort of now, he was trending downward last week. Now he's trending upward, but there's no cure for his disease. So if I ever had to leave and have someone stay here, I feel like you got to do the bare minimum. I have to.
Oh, that's okay, Lisa.
What's Lisa saying?
Oh, she said, I'm sorry, I'm scattered. I'm in and out the car.
Okay. But
I'll start with the table. You know what I need to start with in the living room is my coffee table. Let me explain. Since Ida, my son's room is not finished. So we have a bed in the living room. And everything is all my resale stuff is all around it. So, and my daughter who came back to live at home, she lives on the sofa. So, all her crap is on the, hey buddy, is on the coffee table. So I'm telling you all my dirty secrets.
Do you sell clothes, Lisa? Let me know. I'm ready to start putting in hefty bags.
I bought those shoes, remember?
Try to sell it.
Listen, anybody wear a size 38? They're almost like brand new.
Those are worth a lot of money
I
online. No, I mean, I literally have sold ones like in 2 days of listing. So
they look great.
they're
I put them online. I think I put them on eBay.
Poshmark.
I don't know though if this is a insert that they put in there or if it's actual because it comes out.
Let me look at the inside. It says Dansko.
Yeah, but I think they might be Dansko.
Don't pull so hard on it.
No, they're.
Oh, so it has a special Dansko insert on top of the Dansko.
That's what I'm wondering if this is like a extra.
Yeah, leave the insert.
Yeah.
Leave the insert. But
I'm gonna leave the insert in, but they're in such great condition. I mean, I don't think this person wore these, but maybe once or twice.
You see the part that goes on the top of the instep of the foot, like that front piece often is like peeled, and people still will pay like $50, $55.
It's perfect.
So
these shoes look like brand new. There's very little bend here. You see it?
$65. Just try it on. That's what you say. Go put on Poshmark and add an extra $2.
I think I have them. I think I listed them already on eBay. I don't know what I'm looking for.
They sell on
Poshmark. I looked them up.
Better for shoes, I feel. I don't know.
Well, I hadn't cross-posted anything. Maybe I didn't put them yet. I have a pair of Converse.
I have Converse All-Star Chucks low.
No, I didn't put them up yet.
Black.
Do what?
They're just. I have almost new. They look like they've only been worn once or tried on, and they're Chucks low black Converse All-Star Chuck Taylors, and they're low. They're black with the white toe, and I mean, if someone would say, "Hey, I'll give you $25 for them," I'll sell them right away.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna
do that. Live in the living room, Jennifer. John, whenever he's home, he's not home often because he works. Pretty much is always on the boat.
A little bit of chit-chat, a little bit of selling.
What?
No, I said I grab the shoes if anybody has a size 8. They're I was so mad they weren't. I thought that they were 8 men's and they would fit me because I'm a 10, but it was 8 women's, and I'm like, oh, bummer. They're the best condition of any like previously owned that I bought.
Remember all those sandals I bought?
Yeah. Sure.
I have 2 left. That's it.
Didn't you buy a lot?
I did. I bought like 10, 12 pair, I think.
That's a lot to buy for someone who doesn't sell clothes much. That's good.
But they were like in new condition or just tried on condition. I have a problem with one pair. The lady said they fell apart. I'm thinking she showed me her old shoes and kept the good ones. I gave her a refund. I wasn't going to fight with her. But then she came back and bought another pair. So that's what makes me think they were fine. Otherwise, why would she come back to me to buy another pair? Maybe because I gave her refund immediately. But after that, I double checked. But she said the whole sole came off. I'm telling you, I bent those shoes. There was nothing wrong with them.
Do you remember the thing that I wonder if we could do this with clothes. Like, do you remember that tag that Johnny said he bought, and he puts it on his electronics so that if anybody tears off the tag, that like so you could see if they're showing you your thing, like stuff. It had like you could say refunds only with the tag intact kind of thing,
right?
And you have to show me like.
Yeah, but how do you put that on some of? I guess it would only be clothes or whatever.
You can't. I mean, but sticky. if they would peel it off to put it on the old pair, you would see that it wasn't right.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. It's frustrating sometimes. That's why I love my glass. Very seldom do I get somebody say it's cracked. Now, some lady she gave me a 5-star review, but then she put in the review that it was very well packed, but one of the pedestals was broken on one of the glasses. She never sent me an email. She never requested a refund. So I sent her an email in eBay and said, let me know if you want to return them or if you want a partial refund for that glass. Never heard from her. That's what I'm thinking. That's bullshit.
So do you think it's somebody like a hater who's jealous of your business?
No, she bought those glasses. She bought them. I sold 2 sets, and it's like within 2 days of each other. Different people. I know. Why wouldn't she answer the email, and why wouldn't she try to contact me other than in the thing? So I'm going to call. Since she has never responded back, I'm going to try to get eBay to take it off. So, yeah, they do have haters. I mean, but I'm not no threat to anybody. I mean, I'm a nobody compared to a lot of people on here. I mean, my poor little deal of the Dawns only had 14 people.
Just like this community has haters. There, with a question mark. Look, do you remember Lindsay Glenn, who said that people tried to foul up her, not just take her advice and then screw up her sales, but I've known people who were doing very well in their like Poshmark closets, and then people who just didn't like her would buy stuff and ruin it and then try to get it. I mean, that's just, it's almost deranged in my opinion. And this woman said a lot of that stuff was happening to her, and I kept thinking, why is it only happening to you almost? But it happens to other people.
Well, when Lindsay started out, she would say what she bought at Dollar Tree and that she was selling it, and then the community would go and buy it, and then it got flooded. So she was saying that was how it goes, but that was a mistake she made, whatever. But now she doesn't tell her secrets. Like when she was thrifting, she wouldn't tell where or how she got certain things because of that. So,
people,
I try not to let that bother me, Jade, but it does, especially if it's somebody that you thought was a friend or whatever.
Yeah, look, I'm a sensitive person, even though I sometimes sound like a pit bull, but I have my moments of, and it, it hurts. It hurts no matter what. But remember you said, like, if somebody says something, they're just talking to your butt. So think of it that way.
I'm trying to think of how Mama says that.
Talk
they're
behind
talking your back, you're talking about your ass. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I try not. But it does. I get bothered by it, and my husband's like, "What do you care?"
But I wonder sometimes why some people are.
Hey, Denise.
Hi, Denise. How are you? I wonder sometimes why some people act like strangely. It's very perplexing.
I just think some people are bullies. Yeah, right, Jane. It's their problem. It's not yours. It's their insecurities and their whatever's. I don't know. But anyway.
I agree. I feel like if I'm on your side and I'm your fan and you show me to be a good friend, I'll have your back and I'll be a big support to you. Right. But if you double cross me or if you act erratically or I don't know, I don't have time. I feel like my time is getting shorter. Right. As you get older, it's like you're living in dog years. Like you need to maximize the amount of good people you're around. Like I don't have time for toxic people anymore. I feel like I have to be with somebody who will understand that if I'm a little like depressed one day, or if I'm a little like exhausted.
Right. You're right. You're right, Jay. That's why there's a block button.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. That's true.
But
no time to be us.
I'm starting to figure it out. Like a lot of people, they're like kind of, I think I'm like empathetic, and if they want to like suck it out, you know, your emotions, it's draining to be around people.
Well, I didn't think I have any haters, but anyway, I just think this lady was trying to get.
People love you, but I wonder sometimes when people are behind an email address that you don't know, or a name, like they. Like there was no need for her to say that in the review. She could have just said it to you privately.
She could have sent me an email, and I emailed her, and she never responded. So, but then she came back and bought another pair of shoes. I gave her a full refund, but I don't know. It just may be one of those customers, you know. I don't know.
People begged me, like on eBay at that time. He was saying, can you please review the item? We really need feedback. And I want to say, you don't want me to review it. And that's it. Like, I didn't like it. I'm sorry. So I'd rather say nothing than say I didn't like it on eBay for you.
Well,
it was as good a condition as it could have been. I just didn't like it. Like, I thought
you could put that. You could put a positive, but just say, you know, I personally didn't like it, but
I think it was like a bootleg, but that's my own opinion. I think they sold me a bootleg brand of the brand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my husband.
Oh. Did y'all see how fast she got up for her husband? That's funny. They almost having their anniversary.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 6
Hello?
next month.
Hello?
The big 6. I don't know. I've never been bothered by a birthday, but that is kind of scary to me. I don't know why, but it does.
I think he asked on me. Sorry, but
he asked on you. But
I think because he wasn't there. I hope he's okay.
Up fast for Anthony Valent.
Well, you know, I don't answer his phone because it doesn't work half the time. So
I know we're not gonna tell him how fast Suzy moved for him.
But I get a million calls a day, and we're taking a survey, or do you want solar panels, or like it's all nonsense. It's nothing. If anybody really needs to call me, I'm like, oh.
I told him I don't know why.
I've been feeling well lately, and my brother's in intensive care. I'm very sensitive about people not feeling well lately. I'm
trying to call him back.
I will when we're done, or I'll text him. But he usually doesn't even. He's usually not even near his phone.
Well, he must be near it if he called you.
Well, during this week, I heard crazy noises coming from my attic, and then I heard banging, and I said, "You have to come home now. Come home now." And he wouldn't. He didn't answer his phone. He didn't answer his text. And then finally, like, it was about an hour later, he called me, and he said, "What happened?" I go, "Well, the noise stopped, but." my attic fan fell apart, and it was just like still moving, but it was banging on the duct.
See, if I keep calling Garrett, like I'll call him, and then I forget what I called him for, then I'll call him back. And by the third time, he goes, "What?" It's like, I said, "You shouldn't answer like that." Oh, you're 66. I know. I don't know. Birthdays have never bothered me, but I'm kind of like,
You know,
I'll be retired. I'll be retired at my 60th birthday this year because I switched my disability over to retirement.
61 hurt a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit down and cry and get depressed over it, but
I'd rather be alive.
Wow.
I'd be over the hill than under the hill. But you know,
yeah.
I feel like the years are going by so fast, man. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, you know,
some people like 30 bothers them or 40 none of that was like, but this one is like, not like I said, not like I'm gonna go sit down and cry or get depressed over it, but it's like, damn,
one of my instructors, when I was taking ceramics classes, she said, I didn't mind any birthday when I turned 30, when I turned 40, even when I turned 50. She goes, but my baby's turning 40. That makes me feel really old. And I'm like, I don't do that, you know?
Yeah. Haley and Emma 37, 38, 37. I never know how old they are. They were born 85.
And then I don't know why that kind of made her feel really, really old.
Yeah. But I know. Yvette was telling me yesterday about the kids in the family that are graduating high school. And I still look at them as being little, you know? So that makes me feel old when they were babies and now they're, you know, have families and I don't see them that often.
My friend Laura's your age and she looks fantastic and her kids were really young. She had her kids late in life, I'll say. And so I think that like they're all in like have either graduated college or they're still I don't know if they all graduated. But I cross over. It's a little okay, take care, Jane.
Bye, Jane. Bye.
It's a little weird for me, you know, because I was with her while she was pregnant, and now to see these kids like full, you know, they're fully cooked now.
Jennifer and I are a day apart, our birthdays.
Oh, that's sweet.
She's on the 2nd, I'm on the 3rd. Jennifer, you're only 53. You're only 53. Jennifer's a baby.
Well, and I don't know. I might apply for retirement by my next birthday. They say you have to do it. I think you have to do it like 3 months in advance. 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, Jennifer, we're gonna have a party.
After my brother's sick at 64, I think I'm gonna take my retirement at 62. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, it pays to try to. You don't know. You don't know, like. You might as well. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. And you know what will end up happening? All the money I get, I'll have to go for health insurance, which is sad. Every penny of my income. I hate our country's healthcare system. Hate it. I'll stand on it. Yeah. We shouldn't have, you know, what makes a country good is probably the health of its citizens. And if people can't see that, I don't get it. I mean, you know, if people are suffering or if they're not taking care of themselves due to medical prices, it's just so sad.
Right. I totally understand that, Jennifer. Sometimes I feel like my mom moves better than I do. She's 84. I'm like, I usually will tell her, go ahead, Mom, go. She runs. She don't walk. She runs.
I've been feeling age. And like, that's why when someone said, so, you know, 60s.
Oh my God.
I feel like 60 is the new 80 for me. I don't know. It's hard. Walking around is hard.
I got to make y'all laugh. So my sister just put Grace turned 20. So my sister's daughter her little girl is named Grace. Well, her mom used to call me Nanny Dawn. She goes, Nanny Dawn. So we were in a store and Grace goes, Mary Dawn, Mary Dawn. She called me Mary Dawn for the longest. So no, it's the same, Lisa. So I work for the state of Louisiana. So my disability is not through like what is it, Social Security or nothing like that. It's through the state because I worked there 10 years. So if I would have decided to get more, then my husband wouldn't have got anything if I died first. Like he wouldn't have got anything. But if we keep it the same, then it'll keep going. And if I die first, then he'll get the same amount. So she does, Donna. She moves better than both of us. Even when she's hurting, she moves better than both of us. Yeah.
She's
So mine is
fantastic.
great. And I was able to make, even after, that's why I didn't worry about my reselling, because I was able to make as much as I made working. So, but this way I won't need to keep getting doctor's reports and all that stuff. Even though that wasn't a problem, I would just bring it to my neurologist and he would fill it out for me. But I don't have to worry about all that crap anymore. It'll be done. As long as it wasn't less. So I'm going to need to get something to eat soon, like real food.
Oh,
So,
it's late. It's 12:29.
Yeah, it's late. I think we went into Dawn and Mary's time.
That's
Lisa
true.
says, I'm only 51 and it's hard to even think about being fully retired. I know. But I don't know if I can stand long enough to even be a Walmart greeter.
I
But
was
it feels,
wondering,
but it feels like, okay, I'm going to go from nursing to a Walmart greeter. Nothing wrong with being a Walmart greeter. Please don't think
honestly, standing all day, I couldn't do it either. And I can't even sit all day. I have to have partially sitting, partially standing, and I can't lift stuff. And my hands hurt half the time. I don't know if they want you to hold the guns and scan it. I can't even make it fit.
I know, Jennifer, the chicks, you were having so much fun here. Tell them we're sorry. So, I don't like to go over their time out of respect, but
yeah, I know. Like my husband really never wanted to retire or pick any age to try to do. But I'm wondering if he can wrap his brain around at least thinking about it, because look at what's happened. I mean, like he said, I don't want to even look for a job until I know where I live. And I said, I hear that, but you almost want to like move to where you have a job.
Right. Well, Garrett's trying to hold out. I mean, he can retire. He's got 20 something years where he's at, but he's trying to hold out, to I think 25. So yeah, Jade said get a job first. I would just retire and then do something part-time. But I know you said he likes to work.
He loves to work, but like, it's, if we're going to have a house that needs some fixing up, can you imagine him fixing up his house, then my house, then a new house? He's going to be exhausted. And then no matter what, like he might not mind his grass reaching his chin. I need the dirt grass to be like like a golf course for the dogs. So I mean, I want it short, and he's gonna have to do that. So he said, I want to get one of those standing lawnmowers, and I'm thinking we're gonna have to cash in your retirement fund to get that. Those things are like $2,000, maybe more.
So I mean, when I'm 65, I can get Social Security if there is Social Security.
You could get 60. You could get some Social Security at 62.
Mm-hmm.
You could get they give you the breakdown, and the crossover point is around 80 to 83. And at some point, when your husband, if you do it at the same time, whoever gets a bigger check, you could get half of that, like overage. I was looking at it.
That's true, Glenn. A lot of times they're trying to get rid of the older people to bring new people in.
This is why he feels like he's getting discriminated against. And he said, I don't know that I'll be able to find a job. And it's like, why? You have experience. He goes, well, he doesn't know one of the programs that they ask you have. And I said, why do they do that? Like, you've been working your whole life doing this. And he said, well, it's their way to be ageist without saying outright, I'm an ageist.
Right.
Because they didn't teach us that.
And they probably think it's faster or whatever. But what he does is probably almost a lost art, to hand do everything. And
well, he said even with those programs, they will present, like they'll print out drawings. It's not 100% on the computer, but yeah,
I'm sorry, Glenn. Because okay, he said most of them rehire you for more pay sometimes.
Oh, he said rehire you for more pay when
Yeah,
you're old?
I read it wrong. But some of them do. They, to get rid of people or to downsize, they'll let people retire early.
A lot of what my husband did was measuring houses and supervising jobs. And he said they don't need they don't need to have someone, let's just say making he didn't make 100, but let's just say like they don't need $100,000 guy to go measure and supervise. They could get by with a $50,000 guy.
Mhm.
So I'm just making everything like round numbers. So he said they could get two 50,000 instead of 100, and then
Right.
more stuff gets done. And I'm like, I guess he's right.
Right. They rehire you as a contract employee.
That's what my husband did. Like they kept laying him off and rehiring him as an independent contractor, so they didn't have to give him benefits, and that's what sucks. No paid leave and no health insurance, and that's a big expense. And then he had to do his own extra taxes on it. It's sad.
Yeah.
I feel bad because he really, really loved it. My dad used to love going to work. My dad didn't want to ever retire either.
Yeah. If you love your job, that's a different thing. But when you got to cry every day before you went, like my daughter was working somewhere and she would almost cry every day. She was being discriminated against and bullied. And now she took a lower paying job, but she loves it. She comes home happy.
That's
and,
nice. And she's got pleasant stories, not the sad stories, right?
Yeah. I mean, she is being trained to be a dog groomer and she loves it. She groomed Bella. She did a good job. The only thing the other person did was the top knot on her. And, talk to a financial advisor, he says.
I agree. You mean about retirement?
No, there is no loyalty. Not anymore. Not at all.
No, I mean, he worked for that company, I think, for nearly 20 years, and they didn't care. It was like, they had a guy who did an internship at their place, so he was basically working for free. So they hired him for a very low salary when he graduated school, and he was like, bye-bye.
Right. That's sad. That is so sad.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, and then the thing is, he'll say, "Oh, now I have a lot of work. I need, I need you to come back." And I'm like, I want to say, don't you dare go back to that guy.
Right. Yeah. Because they think he's just sitting by the phone waiting.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather see my husband work at like Home Depot. He cannot see that.
I bet not.
But I'm just saying, I think anything would be better.
He like work as a consultant for other firms.
I don't know. He went on an interview for one job that he said, "Oh my God, they have a lot of work, but it's
exactly, Lisa.
So boring." And
all right, Glenn.
And he just said, like, I think I'd pull my hair out just sitting and like they do these housing development work, and all you do is change the front entryway a little, or you flip flop the houses, or you put different siding. And he says it's so drudge. He goes, he's built a few of those developments in New Jersey. He's had several jobs, but he preferred doing what he was doing in his last job, where it was,
exactly, Jay,
being creative.
Right. We used to say that a lot of our nursing assistants, if you wasn't there for the love of the job, then why not go flip burgers at Walmart for more money and not have as much responsibility?
I mean, schlepping people, like even lifting up in bed, it's very taxing on your body.
I mean, some of them were wonderful and they were there for the right reason. But if you're not there for the right reason, then go do something else. Even nurses, if you're not there for the right reason, if you find out it's not for you, leave. because then you're not a good nurse or assistant or whatever. And you need good nurse. A good nursing assistant will make or break a nurse.
Back in the 80s,
you can't do your job without them. You can't.
Back in the 80s, I was selling furniture and I was making like 30 grand a year, which was good money for me. And I left that job to go work. Someone said, why don't you use your degree? And I started working in the Department of Therapeutic Recreation, doing art therapy at a nursing home. And they gave me $17,000. And I was just so sad about that. You know, I mean, it was conveniently located, but, I mean, and I liked it. I didn't hate it. I liked doing it. It was just so degrading to not even make.
I know.
Because they promised that I'd be making $19,000 in a couple months. They said by January you'll be and they lied. I never got one raise the whole time I was there. And I quit to go to a place where I made more money, but they had like triple the work for me. And it was so exhausting, and my boss was insane. And it was horrible. I hated going to work.
Yeah, like if I went to the private sector, oh my God, I could have made so much more money. But the state has a lot of benefits, which is why I stayed. And that's why a lot of the younger nurses, aides, whatever, they don't stay with the state. They go with private sector because they make more money. But they don't weigh out the benefits versus the more money each week, you know.
All I'm saying is, if you work for a union now, if you work in the union and you have like the fantastic benefits, go get your teeth done and go get everything done that because if you lose that job for whatever reason, and you know, you can't private pay for all that stuff is hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
Garrett's vice president of the union.
I wasn't a union for one of my jobs. And we had great benefits. I never went to the doctor then. I was young. And
yeah. Well, I hate to break up this party, but I have to go. I gotta go wrap my packages.
Okay.
My easy little package, but I got stuff to do. I'm gonna try to get my stuff done that I promised myself I was gonna do today. So we'll see. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate
thank you. It was great seeing everybody here in the chat, and thank you if you leave a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Or if you come back and see it on either of our channels, go visit, make a comment.
We would appreciate it. Doghouse next week, and please don't forget about Deals of the Dawns at 2:00 tomorrow Eastern if you can make it, and 1 Central. I appreciate it. All right, Glenn, I'm glad you came back before we left. So, all right, we will see y'all next time. And
take care, everybody.
See, it takes forever for this to